What's good with it, Black Goose TV family, man? Double salute as always. It's your boy Fluent back in the building again after a long hiatus. And real quick, I want to pat myself on the back. I want to pat myself on the back because I think this is like, I'm not going to say it's the first time ever, but it's been a long time since I scheduled a live and I actually came in this joint early. Usually, you know what I'm saying, I'll schedule it for like 9:10, or I'll schedule it for like 9:15, or I'll schedule it for like 9 o'clock. And usually I come in like mad late. I'll come in like 5, 10, even 20, 30 minutes late. I think this is the first time in a long time where I actually came into a live before the actual schedule of when it's supposed to happen. So I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a pat on the back when it comes to that joint, you know what I'm saying? But now, look, I just want to salute to everybody up out there. Salute to the Black Goose TV family. Double salute to the long-term Black Goose TV families. Appreciate all y'all, man. Look, I was on a hiatus. You know what I'm saying? I ain't done no live in like 4 days. I ain't even did no daily check-ins. You know what I'm saying? In like 4 days type. I had a crazy weekend, super crazy weekend. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how the live go, I may get into it somewhat, or I may not, or maybe somewhere like later down the week. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up with y'all about that. But you know what I'm saying? Crazy weekend, but your boy's back. You know what I'm saying? Better than ever, 110%. Because, that's how I keep it with y'all. So, at some point, I'm going to let y'all know what it is. But I just want to say double salute to everybody up out there, especially the Black Goose TV family members, especially the long term Black Goose TV family members. Nothing but love as always. Y'all know what it is, man. Happy Tuesday to everybody up out there, man. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Y'all Tuesday was cool. Hopefully, the beginning of y'all week is rocking and rolling and it ain't too much stress. You know what I'm saying? It's more so being blessed, enough where it's, at some point you can even flex. You feel me? So, I just want to say positivity, blessings to the people out there because there's too much negativity in the world and you got to keep your head up no matter what. You feel me? But y'all see what type of time on we on tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's only right we come back from a hiatus. And we watching the Lakers game. We're not just watching the Lakers game. We watching them play the Clippers. So we got a fire game tonight to watch. I also got a topic that I want to be talking about, and I'm actually going to go a little bit more into depth of that tomorrow. Like tomorrow, I got a real like fire stream for boxing planned out for tomorrow. Like I want to get like aggressive. I want to get like deep. I want to like really talk about the subject. But I thought it would be kind of like a good little like side note type thing to kind of put as a topic, along with also watching the Laker game tonight. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, my main focus is going to be on the game because it's going to be a fire game. Now, if it ends up being, you know what I'm saying, lopsided type, you know what I'm saying, my focus will go away and I'll pay a little bit more attention to the topic. But, I just been thinking about boxing lately, bro, and I just been thinking about like, because Fluence Lounge is like one of the main staples of this channel. You know what I'm saying? Fluence Lounge is one of the most consistent things that I've done on this joint since starting this channel. And I want to say, since I started this channel for Fluence Lounges, I want to say this year, when it comes to like boxing, when it comes to like, what I'm saying, fights, like not even that you want to happen, but just you look forward to. Like maybe it may not even be like, oh, we get to see Earl Spence for Terrence Crawford type. It may not be that magnitude or Wilder versus Fury type, but we've had like good consistent boxing. I want to say for the past maybe like two years, especially in my personal opinion, COVID kind of kicked off a lot of things with boxing, kind of ramping it up when it comes to more consistent boxing in the sense where like you got a little bit more of a closer matchup between two the fighters, or even if it may be a discrepancy in skill level, it's two names that you're interested in watching because something may happen from it. What I'm saying, if you just look at this year period, if you look at the boxing fights that are going to be coming up for like the next month, 2 months, man, it's disgusting, man. I'm gonna be 100 with you, man. And really, when you really want to think about it, man, um, if you really think about the big fights that we're looking forward to this year, it's really slim, especially compared to the last couple of years, man. Um, Usually the summers when things start popping off, but we've been blessed a little bit lately where, things have started popping off a little bit earlier with boxing where, February hasn't been a bad month and March really ramps it up. This year, man, if you look, we don't really have much to look forward to unless you're really, really into the like lower level scene or the guys coming up, which is fine. But if you look at what we're gonna get in summer, or you look at what like the big fights you wanted to expect or be excited for, man, it's really far and few between, man. And like one of the topics that I want to really go into depth about tomorrow, and I just don't want to use his name for clout or nothing like that, but it's Canelo. Like Canelo has been the face of boxing probably for the last 4 or 5 years. That may be a little bit exaggerated, but some would argue even longer. Some would say shorter. But he's technically been the face of boxing. But it's like, if you really just think about this year, like what is, I think the third Triple G fight with Canelo kind of like, in my personal opinion, it kind of like wrung out the rest of the water in the washcloth, if that makes sense. So it's looking dry on the Canelo side of the game. Like, yeah, he does have fights lined up. He's going to fight on Cinco de Mayo. He's going to fight before the end of the year. But in my personal opinion, it's not as look forward to, in my personal opinion, that I want to. Well, it's not something I really look forward to like I used to, if that makes sense. Especially with one of them being John Ryder and then the other one being a Bivol fight again, supposedly. And then obviously, I guess we got Keith Thurman, Earl Spence. We'll see if that even happens. But is that really a big fight to look forward? Maybe Devin Haney, Lomachenko. Maybe Javante Davis, Ryan Garcia. Maybe Usyk, Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz does seem like a done deal, but it's just like a lot of these fights are far and few between. I am very excited for Anthony Yard versus Artur Beterbiev. I'm very excited for that fight, but it's just this year, man. To me, it just seems slim. Unless things start picking up and they start announcing a lot of fights, I think a lot of boxing fans are going to be disappointed for what we get in 2023. But I'm not going to go too heavy into that to start off. I'm going to kind of pay attention a little bit to the game. But that's something that I wanted to kind of put as a side note as a topic for tonight. And it's probably something that I'm going to put as the main focus tomorrow when I go live. I just want to like kind of talk about what are the biggest fights that we are looking forward to when it comes to 2023. Are they something we should be looking forward to? Who's the face of boxing now, etc. We're going to go into that tomorrow live. So if y'all all about boxing, y'all come up in here early, and that's what you're here for. Most likely, hey, come tomorrow. It's going to be straight boxing talk. Tonight, we're going to mix it up, chop it up, a little basketball, a little boxing here and there. So if y'all come up here, show some love, man, whether it's now, tomorrow, year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, maybe 20 years from now. You know what I'm saying? If I am still doing this 20 years from now, if I am still alive, whatever the case may be, hit that like button for your boy. Helps your boy get into the algorithm, especially since I've been gone a little bit. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? If you're not part of the family, don't make sense why you're not part of the family. Show your boy some love, notification gang, all that good stuff. And of course, the most important thing, man, if you come in here, you got an opinion, you got something to say, man, make sure you drop it in the comments below. You ain't going to offend nobody but yourself. So, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you got to say. And then if it gets to that time and I feel like it's that time and I'm feeling good about it, I'm feeling shining, I might even drop that link so y'all can hop up in here. But with all that being out the way, man, we got this Lakers game popping off. You know what I'm saying? As y'all know, they just made a big trade. I ain't even gonna try and say his name, but Kendrick Nunn is no longer a Laker. Traded that ass real quick. Pause for a taller player, younger player, a little bit more potential. Right now, the Clips is going off. 10-point game, 15-5. I will say this: the Lakers are known, at least for this team, to have a pretty slow start, especially when it comes to the better teams. My boy Pat Bev pulled up with that three like he was Ray Allen, and he hit it. So I ain't even mad at it. But damn, confidence is key right there. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for the Lakers, man. I want the Lakers to be able to get in the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna be able to go far or nothing like that. But I'm just like, I'm trying to really like appreciate the last year. And it's not about me being a Lakers fan because I'm not, but it's me being a LeBron fan. Like I really want to cherish these last. What we got maybe like 3 or 4 years left of LeBron being in the league. So I'm like, yeah, it was just crazy. So I'm trying to cherish that. Like that was my childhood. So I'm trying to really appreciate every game this man's playing. You know what I'm saying? Little great pass. That's a great pass from Troy Brown right there. I'm interested to see. I don't know if he's going to be playing in this game. The trade they made for Kendrick Nunn. I don't know if he's available, but I think he is. And like Zen told me that everyone's going to be available for this game, so I'm assuming the new trade is too. So I'm gonna be interested to see how he fits in. It's unfortunate AD's not healthy yet, but apparently that was a good defense. Looked like he was fouled. No cap. That looked like a foul. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, that's a foul. That's a foul. Leonard got the fresh braids. That's what I need to do, man. My hair be looking crazy, bro. No cap. That's what I need to do, man. I gotta go find somebody, you know what I'm saying, pay that money. Find somebody who can do something with this. Because it's like I want to cut my hair, but at the same time I don't. Like I really don't. I've been growing my hair way too long. Like I don't want to cut my hair, man. I only want to cut my hair if I got to. Braun with a three. Here we go. Went from a 10-point game to a 4-point game that quick. Fire. Can't wait till AD is back, man. But the only thing about AD is how long he gonna stay healthy. PG right back with a three. That's the only thing, man. The Clippers got two superstars, legitimate superstars, and the Lakers right now, obviously, with just LeBron. That's the only superstar they got. Well, they got Westbrook. Westbrook gonna have to play superb. Another one? No, that was a bad shot, Brown. Westbrook in the game right now, though. Let's see if Westbrook can make a impact at all. I thought Moore's gonna hit that. Wait, get the bucket, Westbrook. Just go for that. Okay. I'd have preferred. Ooh, okay, little that mid-range jumper from the elbow, Westbrook. It's like he be trying to make it. He don't know if he wants to bank it or if he wants to do just straight shoot it like he should. Oh, that was a beautiful play, Schroeder. I like that. The way he was looking back at Brown, like he was gonna pass it off and make the defender kind of not commit to Schroeder, and Schroeder was able to take advantage of that. That was beautiful work right there. Double salute to everybody, man. Hopefully everyone's having a good time, man. Happy Tuesday to the people. How was my Tuesday? My Tuesday? I ain't mad at it. Like I said, I had a crazy weekend, so I got a lot going on in the mind side of the game, a lot messing with the head. But if y'all go check out the daily check-in, I got the daily check-in. The workout helped me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Troy Brown. That was a confident shot. I don't mind that from Troy Brown. I like that. 5-point game right now. They're going against a healthy Clippers team. Lakers is almost fully healthy. I think Lonnie Walker is back. I think Austin Reeves is back. I'm not 100% positive about that. Schroeder. That boy Schroeder is different, boy. Schroeder is really coming back into rare form. I remember Schroeder like right before he signed to the Lakers, after the championship run. Schroeder was that guy. Like that boy was coming off the bench and really just terrorizing people. And it was almost like after the not the debacle, but him not re-signing with the Lakers, he kind of fell back down. But this past summer, he went and played for his home country in a tournament, and he went crazy. And it's like I almost think that the Lakers would have had a better record in the beginning if Shooter didn't get injured and he had to come back because Shooter got the injury, had to slowly make himself back. But ever since now he's healthy and he's gotten into the rhythm of things, Shooter was really showing he's back. Like he's really showing like that wasn't a fluke in the summer when he was playing for his country. Like he's really going crazy. He really like me personally. I'm not even. I don't know. It's hard. I don't want to sound like a hater. But he's almost playing better than Westbrook. I think he might be. Question is, Westbrook comes a free agent this year. I wonder if the Lakers are going to try and resign him, bro, to like they talked to Westbrook like, yo, take a smaller deal, don't take as much money type, come back, sign with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, do they think Westbrook is that valuable? But I think it's going to come down to what it looks like when AD is back because I do think Westbrook is that valuable, bro. I think it's a benefit to have three legitimate all stars on your team come playoff time because that's when it's going to matter. The goal is to get into the playoffs, but when it comes to playoff time and you got three legitimate all stars, three potential Hall of Famers, we know for sure. People can say 80s for sure, but let's just say Grace. Westbrook and LeBron are future Hall of Famers. When the playoffs come, that's when the shit's gonna click. That's what. So it's like they just got to get to the playoffs, even to play in. I think that's where it goes. And if they're healthy, they're on point like 100. So I honestly think they should keep Westbrook, bro. If Westbrook really is committed to being okay with coming off the bench, bro, over the off season, they get a couple more shooters. Lakers can probably get another chip before LeBron got to get up out of there. Type, you know what I'm saying? No cap. Because I'm like, when you look at like the best teams in the NBA right now, this is probably I won't say the first time, but like you can see the NBA when it comes to like winning a chip. It's really up in the air. You know what I'm saying? It's still kind of crazy when you think about it that Golden State won last year, bro. That kind of shows you that a lot of the teams that seem like they're the best team, they're still kind of young to an extent. So when it comes down to the playoffs, it's like the experience really is like taking people. Like I feel like Golden State won because even though they weren't really people didn't think they were the best team going into the playoffs last year, they had the most experience being in those particular pressure moments and things like that, and that took them to be able to perform when they had to. Type, you know what I'm saying? Turn it down, make sure that's not coming through. I ain't trying to get copyrighted, so I'm like, we'll see though. I'm like, we'll see, no cap. It's crazy because this has been the most interested I've been in a NBA season in a while, and it's just because, like, bro, like I said, bro, I'm just trying to appreciate these last couple of years, or let me not say couple. It's probably gonna be. I think LeBron's gonna give us like 4 more years, but I'm trying to appreciate these last years. You know what I'm saying, LeBron. At least, like, who knows? It might be just 2 more years where he's this high level. His last 2 years might drastically fall off. But I still remember Kobe's last like 3 4 years. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's different. I know, but still, bro. Kobe wasn't my favorite player. Bro, great pass. You got to finish that, bro. Okay, I was like, boy, you better hope you get that foul call because you got to finish that. Great pass from Braun. Okay. Salute to the people. Double salute always. Gabriel got to finish that. I won't even lie. At the beginning of the season, I wasn't the biggest fan of Gabriel because I was like, man, he's a real high energy guy. But just something about him kind of just like bugged me. I felt like he just, as him being a high energy guy, he wasn't making enough high energy plays. But he's grown on me. Him and Troy Brown Jr., both of them. I won't lie. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Nunn, I'm a fan of Kendrick Nunn, but they had to trade that man. He was too much of a liability on the defensive side. He couldn't make it up for it on the offensive side. He would have his games where he would shoot good, but his liability on the defensive side was you can't miss both, broski. Come on, brother. I ain't gonna look right now. Come on, D. How you gonna miss 2 free throws and then come down and foul Kawhi? All right, so I don't think the Lakers are fully healthy. Dude, like he was telling Gabriel, he was like, bro, you can't do that. Like, either make both the free throws, come down and do a foul, miss both the free throws, come down and do a smart defensive play. You can't give up points on both sides, bro, against a team that's good. We're gonna have to get you up out of here if you do that again. You heard me? But what's that saying? I forgot what I was saying. But that's what I was saying. I was like, it doesn't look like the Lakers are full healthy. Looks like Austin Reeves is still out. Looks like Lonnie Walker is still out. Oh yeah, and then the dude they trade for, I don't remember his name, but because I'm like usually when you trade for somebody the day before or day after, I think they actually traded for him today. They won't be available until the following game. So yeah, okay. So Lakers are going against the healthy Clippers, and the Lakers are definitely not healthy. Okay, for sure. I'm still not sure. Like I never, I still don't know what the a good move to kind of. Oh, get that shit out, boy. Great pass, Westbrook. Great pass. Oh, look like Kawhi hurt his ankle. Um, but yeah, I'm still not sure what Austin Reeves' injury is or Lonnie Walker's injury is. It must be pretty severe because they've been out for at least a month, maybe longer. So I'm gonna have to look into it. I don't care that much, but I'm like, dang, they both been gone a long time, and both of them was keep big. Ooh, y'all gotta get that rebound, yeah. Oh, good defense. It's old, but better offense. Good defense, better offense. That was a good closeout. I gotta give it to Pat Bev too. He's been a lot more not useless. That boy Beverly, man, on his closeouts, he be hitting that arm every time. It's really interesting seeing like with the injuries they have and how long the injuries have been for like a Lonnie Walker, Austin Reeves, and AD because it's like you can see the chemistry has built tremendously with this group. Like it started off real shaky, but now you can see they play really well together. Their defense is really good. So it's interesting. I wonder how they're going to look when everyone is healthy and everyone is playing, because they're kind of going to start from scratch and have to rebuild the chemistry because the rotations are going to be different. Ooh, that was cold, Westbrook. Had that boy on skaters. That was cold. Bang. Ooh, that was nasty. That's crazy. Games with 10 plus assists off the bench. Russell Westbrook 13. Rest of the NBA 13. That just shows you Westbrook is still just levels ahead, bro. Like people want to disrespect him, he's still levels ahead. Like if Westbrook was a starter on like say the Washington Wizards again or Houston Rockets or whatever the case, he'd be averaging a triple double, and his team would probably be contending for a play-in spot at the very least. That boy Marcus Morris must have got hurt. Damn, that's 4 free throws missed. Westbrook missed 2. Gabriel missed 2. Those are, you got to hit those against a team that good. That's about it. I'm like, you got to hit those type of, you got to hit those, man. It's gonna matter later in the game. Well, I want to remind you Westbrook hit that. Oh wow. Come on, man. The bench is kind of they playing a little like ooh. Oh, great recover by Gabriel. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What's the rookie's name? Forgot his name. Christie. That's right. I call him Gabriel. Christie. I got him. That's a 3 from Westbrook. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. That's what we needed. 24-28. Y'all needed that one. The defense, man. The defense on the Lakers, man, is tremendous, man. They really play great defense, bro. Rotation is much better than it was at the end of the year. Like you really see that in sync. Oh, that's a 3 right on. Oof, that's what they didn't need, dog. Powell pulled up, man. Like he had a problem. That was nasty. I ain't finna cap. Scano. I didn't like how quick that shot. Ooh, go back up with it, Gabriel. I like it. I like it. Y'all gotta get a defensive stop here though. When y'all make that run, y'all gotta get one defensive stop. Come on. Mm, another one. The threes are raining in for the Clippers right now. That's what I'm saying. Every time the Lakers they do a great play, they're giving up threes. You can't do that. Westbrook should just shot that. Go to the free throw line. They just show a dude, a fan. He was like, he looked funny, bro, but he looked crazy, bro. Like, come on, if the Lakers make the play-ins, bro, at the very least, I'm like, Westbrook is 6th man of the year. Period. It's not even close. You can't select anybody but Westbrook. Westbrook is a legitimate Hall of Famer. Don't be disrespectful to the triple double machine, all time leader. You feel me? Like, just because y'all got beef with the man, don't mean y'all. I'm gonna accept the capness. Not even close. The disrespect won't be tolerated. You feel? Trying to stream, trying to play a boy. Stream trying to play me with the ads. I wish you could get an ad blocker on your phone. They got that? Have they created that ad blockers for your phone? If not, man, somebody go ahead put that idea into motion, man. Y'all gonna make millions. Just tell them who sent you. You feel me? No cappy that. No cappy that. They got Brian back in the game. 28 seconds, first quarter. What you doing, stream? Oh, there we go. We good. Oh, they got the ball back. They must have missed it and got the rebound. Let's see what they got. They got Brown in the corner. Uh-oh. Brook. Great pass. Gotta hit that, Christie. I know you're a rookie. Oh, great. That's what I'm talking about, Gabriel. I was finna say something at first, like I did not like that shot, but there we go, boy. That's what they needed, and one. I was just talking too. I was just talking, but remember I said you grew on me. I'm like, if you're gonna be the hustle player, if you're gonna be the new Ronnie Turioff of the team, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Ronnie Turioff. Y'all OGs of basketball, you know who that man is, especially if you're a Laker fan. I'm like, come on now, you gotta be there. You can't just be a guy who's out there hustling. You have to make the right hustle plays when it matters. That's when you're an effective hustle player. Is it a three at the buzzer? It's all good. 7 point game. It's not too big of a deal. Definitely depletes. Man, this stream acting up. I'm about to get a different one. That was a good first quarter. I ain't even gonna cap to you. Oh yeah, he got it off in time. My stream ain't doing nothing for you, boy. I'm gonna get a different one. That was a good first quarter though. I'm not even gonna cap to you. I enjoyed that first quarter. That was fire. Like, that was for sure a good time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm like I like the back and forth. The Clippers bench was phenomenal. The Clippers bench was on point because they came in and they didn't even miss a beat for their starters. I thought the Lakers bench did pretty good as well. One thing that might be the big differential, the factor that's going to differentiate whether or not someone wins is going to be the threes, boy. Because you can see there's a lot of inside game, a lot of paint play when it comes from the Lakers side of the game. The Clippers, on the other hand, they have the paint play, but you know what I'm saying they bench, boy, they be shooting them things, man. They be hitting it. So it's like you can come down, you can do a great play, you can hit two, but if someone's coming down and hitting you with three every time, just think about it, man. That's 6 to 4. You know what I'm saying? That's 9 to 8. You feel me? That's 12 to 10. You know what I'm saying? That's 15. You know what I'm saying? To 12. You're always going to be ahead if that's the case. So and that's also kind of just the game. That's the game we got now. You know what I'm saying? Like, got to be able to hit them threes, man. I ain't disappointed at all, though, man. It's been a good time. Let's see if I can do this. Like, my shit trying to be on some bullshit, bro. Broski. Salute to everybody. Double salute once again, man. Hopefully y'all having a great Tuesday. Um, my Tuesday was solid, man. I ain't got no complaints. Like I said, I had a lot on my, my mind, dealing with a whole lot, but like work was good. Um, it's been busy. Work has been picking up. You know what I'm saying? I've been very satisfied with what's been going on with work. Oh yeah, by the way, man, update. Remember, y'all, you know what I'm saying? We don't get used to this situation right here. BlakGooseTV family with the phone, the streaming. I'm gonna get back to the usual norm, but y'all know, you know what I'm saying? The fire happened all of a sudden. That was on Christmas. It seems like so long ago, but it's going to be a month tomorrow since that's happened. 1 month anniversary since your boys have been homeless, basically. But you know, um, I saw a crib today. Went to did a viewing on a crib. I put an offer in. I really liked it. Hopefully, I can get it. If I don't, we gonna keep looking. But fingers crossed. Like I said, give me a 2 month maximum, man. Your boy's really he's grinding, man. He's grinding, doing the best I can right now, bro. So I'm like, hopefully, this ain't gonna be a situation. You know what I'm saying, for long term. And I'm saying saying and praying it won't be. You know what I'm saying. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they accept my bid. So your boy can start getting ready. You feel me? Get ready for the new. I just had to switch sites, man. They were playing with the stream, man. My stream was going good the whole time. I didn't want to play with you, but here you go. 37:30. We about to be up in the second quarter. Salute to the people. Double salute as always. You already know what it is. Just trying to be on the same type of time, bro. The capness on this is unheard of. Like, what is this? How do I watch a whole first quarter? No problem. Everything is good in the hood. And now all of a sudden, the stream want to play with my feelings, bro. They want to play with my feelings like it's an X. I don't understand. It got me perplexed. Trying to feel like this shit got me so stressed. But it don't matter. I'm gonna do my best to stay blessed. That's bars for you, boy. Hell, you got the pop-up action going crazy. Let's see if we can get it right. That should be weird to me when it's like the first time you kind of go into the joint, you don't be having like no type of ads or nothing like that. Everything be solid. And it's like when you gotta go back into it, all of a sudden you got the ad. I'm telling you, man, they need to create a pop-up blocker for the phones, bro. And if they have it already, y'all let me know where I can get it. Because the stress of the pop-ups is ridiculous. Nice pass back out. You gotta hit that Westbrook or go to the bucket. Yep. You gotta finish it though. You gotta finish that. Like that's too many easy buckets y'all ain't finished, bro. Like come on, man. Like you gotta hit those are easy buckets. You can't miss easy buckets against a team like this because they come back and they do that. They make you pay every time you don't hit the shot you need to hit. That's what I'm talking about, yo. Oh, Beverly. Oh, Beverly. 10-point game, man. This is where the Lakers gonna have to dig deep because I'm like, this can right here be either. Oh, that boy Beverly flop like crazy, boy. That boy got stripped and he said, "That's crazy." That boy acting. He trying to get him a Hollywood job. That was crazy. That Beverly said, "I got hit in the head though." No, you didn't. No, you didn't. That's cap. They got replays, boy. So here we go. So we're gonna find out the Lakers are undermanned. Great three from LeBron. Got to play defense right here. Why? I won't even lie, man. Why they playing Gabriel so long? They don't. They ain't been playing. Like Brian ain't been out there like that. Oh, that was a nice move from George. That was beautiful. Tough shot, Westbrook. I did not like that three. Whew, that was cold from George. That's cold, boy. Euro steppers. They can't give up a three right here. Really, they need to stop. Yeah, nice job, Beverly. They need a bucket here. Let's see if Brown can give him one. Great pass. Got his shit thrown though. Westbrook, how'd you not see Zubac right there? Great foul from Beverly. They got to make some changes to the lineup, man. They got to take out. Oh, that was Batum who got that out of there. But it's because sometimes Westbrook, man, when he goes up, man, it's almost like it's not as like Westbrook should know and feel the danger of what he's deciding to do when he's going up, and it's just like, bro, he still just goes for it. Is it like you're not? I don't know. I don't want to put the blame on Westbrook on those plays, but it's just I don't see it, why he thinks he can get up there and be able to challenge, some of these defenders. Good defense from Brian, better offense from Zubac. Here it goes, man. This is where we're gonna find out what type of game this is. This is what I'm saying with the Lakers being so undermanned when they're going against these really good teams. I know they're at home. What the fuck was that, bro? What was that? Bucket. Gotta call a timeout. the beginning of the end. We might be switching over to that boxing topic sooner rather than later. You feel me? Like no cap, because I'm like this is where things get bad, bro. Like I said, with the Lakers being so undermanned and them, what I'm saying, going against the top level team and the Clippers, who's fully healthy, two legitimate superstars, two legitimate all stars playing with them, still carrying the team. Some could say, oh, but the Lakers had that too with LeBron and Westbrook. We all know Westbrook ain't the same. Westbrook is still a top level player off the bench. Starting, would he be an all star? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe it's a Darvin Ham using him wrong. I don't know, but it really just comes down to the fact that what did I say earlier? I'm like, what I'm saying? You can do great inside work. You know what I'm saying? You can do great inside work. You can come down, you can, put a bucket up. But if you're doing a two to match with a three every time, you're not going to be able to keep up. The Lakers do not hit threes. So it's like it's always going to, like I said, two to three, six to four, 9 to 6, 12 to 8. You feel me? 15 to 10. Like over time, you keep adding it up, they're just gonna fall farther and farther behind. And like that's what we're seeing. I'm like the Clippers hit threes when they need to hit threes. The Lakers don't. But they'll give you them hustle points, they'll give you good plays. You know what I'm saying? Do great inside work, but they need to be able to hit threes. They don't do that. That's gonna be their problem. You know what I'm saying? Let's go with a dub. Double salute, bro. What's happening with you? How you been, Doug? Hopefully you've been solid. Everything been blessed your way, broski. I'm over here getting frustrated in the mud, watching the Lakers about to take a LL to the LL. You know what I'm saying? I already know, man. I don't even know why I had my hopes up. I don't even know why I thought this was finna be something where it's gonna be a good game and I'll be surprised and LeBron go off. Whenever they play top level teams, it's always the same, at least for right now, because they so undermanned. Like it's not even close, bro. So it's like I don't know why I get my hopes up for this. I told myself, man, why even watch the Lakers game tonight? They're playing the Clippers, they undermanned. Just talk boxing. Just talk boxing. I was like, nah, I gotta see this game, boy. I gotta see this game. So this is what I get, bro. This is what I get for doing this. Lakers getting just thrashed. And I'm over here trying to figure out why I even started watching this shit with the hopes being on 110. I've been all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been all right, trying to stay positive, trying to stay up. You feel me? Shit been crazy. Y'all already know, man. I dropped the link too. Let me know I dropped the link. If you want me to drop the link, if you want to hop up in this joint. Chilling, man. Chilling Tuesday night. You feel me? Beginning of the week. We need a buck. We need a buck. I ain't talking Milwaukee. That's a good hit shooter. That's one thing we was missing. I don't know. I don't know why we ain't had shooter in, bro. Why do you have shooter out for so long? Why do we? What is the fascination of Darvin Ham with Patrick Beverly? Somebody explain it to me. Yeah, yo, Cowboys took that L, man. We can talk about that too, man. I'm trying to figure out because I'm like a lot of people saying Dak ain't the one. I want to see what you feeling about that, man. All right, I'm finna drop this joint. That's good defense. Y'all need to be out. As soon as we put in shoot like that, some of these lineups Darvin Ham be doing his track. By the way, I do want to clarify. I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a LeBron fan. I'm a Cleveland. I'm really a Cleveland fan. But Bron been my favorite player since '03, long ass time. So it's like I understand it's kind of like his last years. He got like maybe like 4 years left. So it's like I'm trying to appreciate every moment of it. I don't want to see Bron going out bad, especially at the level of play he's on. I gotta call that foul, bro. Not only did he hit him on the arm, you know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying. That's the body. Like, come on, man. That's that bull, bro. Can't stand it, man. The disrespect is ridiculous. What's happening with it, Doug? How you feeling, broski?
What up, fool? How you feeling, bro?
We here, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm cooling, man.
Hey, look, man, them goddamn Lakers, man. And look, when you said it, you said I ain't no Lakers fan. I was like, I know you're a Bron fan.
Yeah,
I got it, but my lord, my lord, they just,
trash, bro.
bro, they look so pathetic on the court at times, bro. And for some reason, I don't know what they feel like they can shoot threes for.
Oh my
I
god.
have no clue why they. You don't have nobody to really spread the flow. Man, it's bad right now, bro. It's bad for the Lakers. It's bad.
And then on top of that, it's like that's a great pass from Bron. Like on top of that, it's like they injured. You feel me? Reeves is still out. Walker is still out, and then of course AD, man, that's man
Who knows
always
what
down. You know what I'm saying?
this man?
Like AD is never playing, bro. Like how are you? What is he? 28, 29 years old. How are you in your prime, bro? And you injured more in your prime. Like what's going on, dog? Like
Bro, the
do
nigga
you?
too tall, bro. He too tall. It is what it is. You know, we all know it. It's very few tall motherfuckers. Respectfully, it's very few that really are durable, right? And AD just happened to be one of the more talented individuals who just don't have the durability. It is. I mean,
I gotta
look,
disagree just a little bit with that because I'm like, at first I was gonna be like, all right, but what about Dwight? But one of the things about Dwight is like
he
he
was
stayed
healthy,
in the gym, but he stayed in the he did weight
weightlifting.
training
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
as well as
Agreed.
but some would argue, all right, explain Kevin Garnett, explain Tim Duncan, explain Dirk Nowitzki. Like these are and a lot of people would say, like, especially nowadays, some people would argue AD's better than those guys with the stats and stuff like that. But it's like why were back in the day a lot of these big men they were healthy, you know what I'm saying, like back when I really like loved watching basketball and like the big man era was the big man era. Like even Shaq, bro. Shaq, they said Shaq didn't even train in the off season. Was he ever injury prone?
Hell no. Hey, but you
Like,
know,
what?
it just comes down to some individual they just made differently, bro, as well. Because I look at somebody right now, Kevin Durant. He the same damn size as AD. You know what I'm saying? And he's rarely injured. He's rarely injured. I mean, I don't know, bro. I understand where you're coming from. But then you go back and you look at some of the big men. Also, you know and these are individuals. Most of them about the name. They big men who had skill,
Yeah,
but at the same time, injuries cut their career short. When we look at the Bill Waltons of the world, you
yeah.
know, hey, when we look at Angles, nah, Kareem wasn't really injury prone like that. Kareem, he did his
Nah,
thing,
Kareem played a lot, but even I said Shaq in his prime he wasn't injured, but his
but
career
as he
was
got
cut
older,
short because he didn't train. Like he should have
he got
been.
fat. He
Yeah,
got fat.
became a big boy, man.
But I
So
mean, Yao Ming, right? People don't remember Yao Ming. He wasn't just old as hell, but he started having just injuries. You know what I'm saying? Man, when you 7 foot 7'1", 7'2", you know what I'm saying? It just depends. Manute Bowles,
yeah. Even I said Dwight Howard, but Dwight Howard his prime got cut short because he had that back
the back
injury.
injury, yeah,
The difference I will say though between a lot of these guys compared to AD is they had their prime and what I'm saying that didn't kind of happen until they were
yeah.
kind of entering out of it. Like
Like
they weren't injury prone when they were young going into their prime. They were more injury prone when like they had a shorter lifespan in the NBA, but they got injury prone kind of like after that 30-31 year. And then they started having injury problems. Like AD's been having injury. He's been injury prone since the nigga been 22.
that's a fact. Hey man, let me ask you. I gotta ask you this, bro. I gotta. Oh, what just happened?
Hmm.
What the fuck was that?
You might be ahead of me because I
Yeah,
just seen
my
the
bad.
Clippers. No, you good. I don't really trip, but I'm like
I'm gonna shut up
Lakers right
because
now. They finna
you
get
gonna
they
see it.
went
You gonna
up.
see it. You gonna see some wild shit happen real fast. You be like, what the hell just happened, bro? Paul George did some bullshit, throw it off somebody back, and somehow they get a dunk out the shit. But you like, what the fuck just happened?
80 with that sweatshirt on explains everything.
Look, with the braids and the goddamn fade, bro. The
Yeah,
braids and the fade, huh?
yeah. This might end up being. I might have to just switch to the topic
All
because
right,
I'm
man.
like,
So
I don't know how interested I'm finna be in this game. Look like the Lakers finna get blown out, bro.
I gotta ask you, bro. I gotta ask you.
Yo,
Me and you both sat here and picked Chris Eubanks Jr. to win the fight. We both did it. We both did it. It was both of us. Man, what the hell?
Bro, I didn't even watch the fight because I was like, man, why is he take like that's how that's how I felt about the fight. Like I was like, man, I'm not even gonna watch this fight because I hate watching Liam Smith fight. I'm not even gonna lie.
Liam and Callum Smith.
Callum I can tolerate a little bit more, but Liam I hate the way he fights. He just be having a high guard and I just can't stand it. I'm not saying he's not a solid fighter. He is just one of the most boring fighters in the world to me.
Hey, Flu, how old are you? If you don't mind me, how old are you?
29.
Okay, this nigga is 31. Callum Smith, 31 years old. I'm not Callum. Excuse me, Liam Smith, beefy. They call this nigga beefy, bro. Anyways,
I hate that too. That's another reason why I don't like watching him. Why you call him beefy?
This man is 31 years old with a head full of gray hair, bro. I was like,
Shit.
the man.
It's not even like the gray hair.
Like silver, bro.
It's the gray hair is crazy, but it's even crazy if you look at his face. I'm like, he looks 42. Not even the gray. Like you can have gray hair and have a 31-year-old face. The man looks old as hell.
I don't know what the fuck going on, bro. I had no clue. God damn, Russ.
But how do you feel though? Okay. Let me say this. I didn't know he lost until because I kind of forgot about.
Did you see what happened?
I watched it. It was kind of. If you want me to be 100 with you, I don't like making excuses for Chris Eubank Jr. Even though you know what I'm saying he is a solid fighter, and I am somewhat of a fan. I'm not like a huge fan of him, but the first thing I said when I saw it was that was a weird knockdown, and the second thing was, oh, I didn't even realize they had this fight at 160.
Yeah, it was at 160.
I didn't even realize this the whole time. I thought it was at 168. So even though he usually fights at 160, my thing in my head, the reason why I was kind of like just confused about that happened at 160 was because Chris Eubank Jr. was campaigning for a Triple G fight.
He still should be.
No, it ain't
160.
If you Triple G, you gonna fight Chris Eubank Jr. You gonna fight Beefy.
Well, he gonna fight Beefy, of course.
Okay, so I'm like, I wouldn't even.
Hell, shit. Well, I will say this. So this is the thing. I told you when we talked about this. I said I do not like Roy Jones as Eubanks trainer. Bro. I don't like that shit. That's just me. I don't like him going out there fighting with his hands down and shit. I don't like all of that. And I will say this. I had to fight 3-0. You know what I'm saying for him before he got his ass knocked out.
I watched it like you know when people put the little fight on YouTube after I watched it. I was like, he was winning the fight.
Yeah, he was winning easy, and I feel like he got too comfortable after the third round because he put in the third round he really turned up on Liam Smith. You know, like he really turned up on him and put hands on him. He really put hands on that dude. And so I was like, okay, but I think he just felt too comfortable. Kept his goddamn hands down. And then, man, even the punch he got hit with, I was like, it didn't seem like a huge punch to me. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing I know, he down. I'm like, what the hell happened? Then he wobbling around and shit. Well, first off, when he got back up, he wobbling around and shit. I'm like, oh hell. Right when the refs start the match back up, what happened? Smith come out with a big right hand on his ass. But it was a right or I don't know. He came out with a big shot, and I'm sitting here like, what the? And it was over. It was over. Now, they
could have let the fight go on. I'm like, come on, Chris Eubank. That's the first time he's ever been dropped. How fast? Well, not how fast, but I'm like, come on, bro. Like y'all could at least gave him one more.
They listen. They couldn't have let that shit go on, bro. And this is why.
He just didn't want to see that man get flatlined. That's why. Let him get flatlined.
No, it wasn't about him. It wasn't about him getting flatlined. It was about, you know what I'm saying, at some point in time, I didn't think he was in because even after, you know what I'm saying, the ref done stopped the fight. He's still trying to fight. I'm like, bro, the ref done stopped the shit, bro. It ain't no more fight. He's still
But that's why I said. That's why I said let him get flatlined. Shit.
but then I
We
seen,
needed some humbling, anyways. I really don't. Well, go ahead. I'll let you finish. I'll give you my.
but
Jesus,
but
Clippers.
and this is my last point. And then when I seen that damn hematoma under his eye, I was like, well, this shit may not look like he got hit with a big punch, but he got hit with something. This was a 3-round fight. You see niggas with that type of shit after 12-round fights. You know what I'm saying? And for it to be a 4-round, 4 round fight, and him to be having that shit under his eye, nah, bro, nah, you don't need to go back out there. Chill, go on there, go on there. And even Roy Jones, my last point, Roy Jones came out and was like, shit, when the ref stopped it, he still wanted to fight because he got that dog, but he wasn't all there. And I was like, well, shit, if your damn trainer talking about you wasn't all there, come on, man. Like, it is what it is. I don't want to see nobody get, because he was after he got clipped, and I don't even know what the. I really, bro. I watched the fight,
It was
and
hard to
I'm like,
see where he got hit. Like, yeah,
well,
I
yeah,
watched it multiple times. I was like, maybe this is just
well,
bad quality from YouTube, but like,
right, man. Maybe I just didn't see the punch. Maybe I don't understand how the punch landed. I don't know what it was.
I watched
But
that shit back 10 times. Like, nigga,
I
where the
never saw a punch he really was clipped with, bro. I never saw one.
so
So I don't know, bro. And
oh,
but I
let me
will.
ask you this real quick too.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I mean, so who do you put more? Because you said you don't like Roy Jones as a trainer. Who do you put the blame on for this loss? Like, where would you put major, or like put your percentages? Like, 50% Roy, 50% Chris. Like, where how you
No.
feel?
I put it. I think I'm gonna be honest. I think more than anything, the problem was him cutting that weight to fight Conor being at that catch weight, and then
Yeah,
coming
so
back up.
that's
Whenever you start to cut weight, you lose punch resistance,
he put
and
that
that's
punch
what it
too
seemed like.
early. Like,
And that's
why?
what it seemed like happened, bro. And mind you, you got to remember this is what a 2-3 months. It ain't like this is him having a fight at the weight and then being able to come back up healthy. That type of no. This was a quick turnaround. You know what I'm saying? And
He
so
basically
I think it
gained
was
weight to make 160.
right. And so I think it was more the punch resistance. Same thing. You don't heard. I believe you heard me say I don't like Earl fighting Earl Spence fighting Thurman at 54 and then saying he gonna come back down to 47 to fight Bud. I don't like it because shit
He ain't
like
gonna do it.
this. Yeah, I don't think he'll do it either. I don't think he'll do it either. I
Smart
think
enough.
it's called cap.
Him and I ain't been smart enough not to do that. I ain't gonna let him do that.
All I'm saying
Chris
is
Eubank
bro.
got like someone in the corner to say, well, he do. He got his daddy, but Chris Eubank, we know by now Chris Eubank don't listen to his daddy.
Hold on now. Let me ask this, Flu.
Chris don't
And
listen to
we
his
didn't
daddy. If he
we
would have
didn't get a
listened to his
chance to
daddy, his career would be way different.
well, hold on now. We didn't get a chance to talk about the press conference when Liam Smith basically said that the man is gay, right?
Well,
I wasn't a fan of that myself, but it's boxing, man. You're gonna talk your shit. You're gonna talk your shit. And it is what it is. But then for him to say it and then come out and stop him like he stopped him, I'm like, God damn, bro, that's a bad look for you, bro. This a bad look.
well, can to argue that,
Go
what I'm
ahead.
saying? Liam Smith did his history. If you remember when um Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank Sr. they had their press conference, their talk. Nigel Benn used to call Chris Eubank Senior gay. He used to be like, "Oh, I think he's gay because how flamboyant and stuff like that." So I just felt it was kind of like Liam Smith was kind of playing on the history of the same thing. That now see the difference between Chris Eubank Senior and Chris Eubank Junior is Chris Eubank Senior. He can act a certain way, but he'll back it up in the ring. So it was like what I'm saying. The difference between Chris Eubank Jr. is, and that's so. Let me say this because I'm kind of getting all over the place. Like my biggest thing and the reason I put the blame that I put on this fight, I put it solely on Chris Eubank Jr. I don't put it on Roy Jones at all. I think Chris Eubank was in it. He got too goddamn cocky because Chris Eubank has always had a complex where he thought he was better than what he was. That's the difference between him and his father. That's also why his father said, "My son will never be a world champion." A lot of people forget that. His own daddy said that. And a lot of that came down because Chris Eubank Jr. did not want to stay under the tutelage of his father because he wanted to separate himself. That's fine if you want to do that. But if you're going to do that, you want to make sure that the work that you put in is at the same level of work you'll put in with your daddy. Remember, he only went to Roy Jones Jr. after he took the losses to Grove and Billy Joe, where he was like, "Oh damn, I'm athletic as shit, but I do need to learn how to box." With his daddy was trying to tell him, "You need to box. You need to have a jab. You need to know the fundamentals." Chris Eubank, he never listened to that shit. Finally, when he took those two L's, he got humbled. Rather than going back to his father, he said, "Let me go to Roy." I'm not saying there was a problem with that. I actually think there was a benefit from it because what does he have now? He has a jab. The problem about Roy Jones' style for someone as cocky as Chris is when you get in your head and you feel like you the man, it's like you said, it's that hands down style. So I think that style is beneficial to someone like a Chris who has athleticism. You know what I'm saying? He has the power, but if you start feeling yourself too much, you think you're invincible. And you're not invincible when those hands are down. And he learned that against Liam Smith. So I actually think Chris Eubank is a better boxer with Roy, but I just think that the God complex Chris Eubank Jr. has is always going to be the problem for him. Chris Eubank Sr. had it as well, but he also had a respect for the sport of boxing. I just don't think Chris Eubank Jr. has that respect. I just don't. And
Yeah,
I
you
think
could,
that's what it came down to.
and you could be very right about that. You could be very right. And so, I don't know. All I'm saying, going off of what I saw, he talking about he want the rematch and all that. Man, listen, you need to get your ass in the gym and straighten some shit out, bro. I don't know.
He'll
And
win
like
the
I said,
rematch. I put money on that. He'll win the rematch. If he has a full camp, he
bro,
can
this
stay
nigga
at
got,
his weight. He'll
bro,
win. He'll win the match.
this nigga got stopped in the fourth round, bro. Stopped.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like, let's acknowledge the fact, like what you said. I'm like, I completely agree with you. I don't think it has to do with him being a worse boxer than Liam.
When,
I think it has to do with one, he was too cocky. He was saying the same thing with Conor Ben. Like, I'm only 50% for this fight. Like, where's all this shit coming from? Like, it was almost
yeah.
like since he got with Roy Jones and he got those 2, 3 wins with Roy, when he was going to fight Conor, all of a sudden he felt like he was his dad,
And I picked
and now
Conor
he's
Ben to beat
talking
him.
like his
I
dad.
picked Conor Ben to beat him actually before the
Yeah,
drug
after
situation.
watching that, he would have beat him, but not because Conor Ben is better, but because
His point
what his
position was going. Listen, the reason I picked Conor Ben was because it had nothing to do with who's better. It had everything to do with the weight that they were fighting at.
that's it.
Conor
Why do you think
Ben is coming up in weight. He's gonna be stronger in the fight. And you
and
coming down in weight, you're gonna be weaker now. And
what was his dad
Conor Ben
saying?
can already crack. He can already
That's
crack.
that's why his dad was protesting it. He said this is murder. He said I don't want this fight to happen.
I agree.
Right? He was like, this fight should not happen. He's like, this is how boxers get killed. And a lot of people criticize his father because he's very critical of Chris Eubank Jr. But it's like you almost can see why. Chris Eubank Jr. is full of himself, and that's why a lot of people do not like him. He's very popular within like his community, UK, etc. Also, a lot of it has to do with his pops, but like it's like there's a difference like in junior and senior. Senior was authentic. That's who he was. To this day, he still talks like he wears the sheriff badge. He's almost delusional when he talks, but it's almost like I can't disrespect this man because
That's who he
what
is.
but he believes it, and that's why he was able to win. When
I
I
gotta
look
tell
at Chris Eubank Jr., it's like I don't think he believes it. I think he's doing it because he feels like
he got
this is
shoes
what
to
he
fill.
wants to believe.
He got shoes to fill, bro. He got shoes to
Exactly.
fill.
Yeah. No.
Man, you know what? And going to the senior, I will say, you know, people used to hate the monocle. Oh, I was a fan of the monocle, bro. I was a
Hmm.
fan of it. I'm a fan of the monocle. You know what I'm
Me
saying?
too, bro.
And so he
To this
just
day,
had,
even when he talks now, I'm like, you can't. How you hate this motherfucker? Like you tell that's authentically who he is.
hey, he got that. And it's a UK swag about it. You feel me? Like I used to work with a dude, right? And at my job, man, you come in with khakis on, you got your button down. But when I first started at my job, right, I used to come suited and booted with a tie on everything. Like my second week there, my director calls me in and he's like, "Hey man, lose the suit. I mean, lose the suit and tie. You know what I'm saying? You keep it khakis. We wear jeans on Fridays, but khakis and a button down polo shirt, those type of thing. But you don't worry about the suit and tie, right? I was like, okay, all right. So I'm thinking I'm in corporate America. So suit and tie, what it need to be. So I moving forward in my career, I meet one of my coworkers, and now mind you, he probably 30 years older than me, but every day, full blown suit, bro, full blown suit, and you could tell that's just how Elson was. You feel me? That's how he came
Oh,
in. That's how he. It was. That's his swag. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about Chris Banks Senior, Chris Eubanks Senior. I feel like that's bro. That's his swag, bro. Like that's what he do. Whereas with Eubanks Jr., I'm not sure if he quite figured out who he is yet. And when he went in and kind of changed his style, fighting with his hands down and shit, when after he started fighting with Roy Jones, bro, you can't nobody fight like Roy. Flew, you froze, bro. You froze. Can you hear me? This shit might be mine. I hope this shit ain't my shit. My shit be a fucked up next thing, you know. Hold on. Testing. Flu, can you hear me? Oh, let me pull it up on YouTube. It might be me, it might be him. Okay, all right. So I can hear myself on YouTube. So that clearly means that it's you, bro. It's you who's fucked up. So I'm gonna keep the show rolling. But man, I think that at the end of the day, you know, when we look at who Eubanks Jr. is, he got a lot of questions to ask or a lot of questions to answer, right? From what we saw in this fight, and I just it looked like he got punked in this fight. That's really what it looked like. He got punked in the fight. He he got too comfortable. He landed some really good shots. His jab was working well. You know what I'm saying? He started throwing the uppercuts in the third round. That was he was landing, but it just seemed like the punch resistance wasn't there. And I put that on him having to drop the weight, or not, or him dropping the weight to fight Conor Ben, and now trying to get back to 60 within the time frame that it was. If he would have had 6 months, if he would have had 4 to 5 months to really become solid again, to build his muscle back and be at that weight 160, you know what I'm saying, comfortably, and having to come down just a tad bit to be on weight, I think his body would have reacted better. But man, when you didn't cut the weight to go fight down at what, I think it was 57 or some dumb shit. Was it 57 that he was fighting at? Or was that the catch weight for him and I believe it was 57, but whatever it was, for them to have to cut the weight to go down there, if anything, the brother should be moving up to 68. You know what I'm saying? And so I just thought that punch resistance was the real issue. And when he got clipped, once again, I didn't see no big put. And clearly, even with me not seeing it, hell, the hematoma under his eye showed that there had to be something significant that was landed. But I didn't see enough for him to be hurt, stumble, and falling around the ring the way he was at that current moment in time. Are you back with me, Flu? Can you hear me?
yeah. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good, bro? You good?
My bad. The other phone I was using, I didn't even realize the whole time that joint wasn't even charging, and that shit just died on me. So I had to switch over. By the way, this is the phone I used to go live with. Where remember I was like you would come up and I couldn't hear you.
Yeah,
I can hear
but
you
you can
now.
hear me
It's
now. Yeah,
beautiful.
I was like, man,
So
this shit is
I'm back.
crazy.
I'm back.
It's crazy.
So it's like my bad about that.
No, you good,
I got to
brother?
get a new charger. My charger's kind of old, so it's like when I got a lot of shit going on, it doesn't charge the way it is. So I got to get a new joint. So I was like, I can't watch the Lakers game right now, but I'll be able to pull it back up when it's charged. So just keep me updated with that. But I know I'm not missing anything because that Lakers game.
Well, you don't want to, bro. It's halftime. The shit's
Okay.
like it's like 77-54 at halftime, bro. What do you what?
But
What
real
the
quick,
fuck?
what I did want to say though about Chris Eubanks Sr. that I love is just like he was saying, like the dude came in with the suit. Like somebody could tell him, like, yeah, you don't got to wear the suits, put the khakis on, but he'll be like, man, this is my swag all the time. It's like that
Yeah,
was Chris Eubanks Sr. To this day, he is still the same person. Like a lot of people criticize Chris Eubanks Sr. when the Conor Ben versus Chris Eubanks Jr. fight got made because he said this fight should not happen. Like my son, like he was basically saying my son finna lose because he's gonna be like this is some bullshit. Like this is
yeah,
how people get killed. Like he was basically saying his son's gonna lose, and a lot of people was against him for that.
What
You
what
wasn't
what
going to be in Chris Eubank Jr.'s corner. Remember
what
that?
what was the catch weight? Was it 57?
Um, no, no, I think it was, yeah, I think it was 57, 57,
Uh,
56. Something. It was like a couple pounds over 154.
okay, yeah, okay.
So, so it might have been, it was like 56, 57. If
And,
anything, it was at a weight that Chris Eubank Jr. never fought at.
and this is the thing, especially now that we know Conor Ben was out here juicing. Well, whatever. I call it juicing when you taking
I
whatever,
do
whatever.
too, but
When
for
he,
some reason, Eddie Hearn and Conor Ben are saying he's
where,
Eddie
where
Hearn's like
both
Conor
sniffles.
Ben finna fight Adrian Broner, Keith Thurman. He wants Earl Spence. He wants everybody. Like you want to see it. I'm
Yeah,
like, bro. I'm like, just because he gets cleared, I'm like, that still doesn't explain why y'all found adverse levels when it comes to his A sample and the B sample. You
the
guys
beat.
you guys won't even release it. Like Conor Ben, he agreed to have his boxing license pulled for the UCAD just so the B sample doesn't get released. I'm like,
Thank
that's
you.
weird.
No, that ain't weird, nigga. That's criminal. In my opinion, it's criminal. And
But he's saying, no, we good.
the reason I say criminal is because if you doping in something like if you take a performance enhancing drugs in basketball, you ain't putting nobody's life on the line.
Mm-mm.
If you taking performance enhancing drugs in soccer or swimming or in cycling or gymnastics, you're not putting nobody's life on the line but your own,
That's your own.
right?
Yep, I was about to say that's the only thing that you put online.
But
But
your
like
own. But when you
boxing,
do it in boxing,
football,
no, nigga,
mixed
man, what are we
martial
talking
arts,
about? When
those are
you
three
in
sports.
combat sports, football,
Combat and football. I give
football too.
because football is dangerous as shit.
Any of those contact sports, when you doing that shit, bro, like I don't have respect for it. I don't have respect for it. And
Only the quarterback in football can take performance enhancing drugs and not hurt
hell
nobody,
no, hell no,
or the
hell no.
punter, or the punter.
Right, the punter and the kicker here. Nah, man, I'm just saying, and I've been very consistent on this issue. I wasn't a fan when Roy and I love Roy Jones when he got caught with the shit. When Evander Holyfield, when any of these dudes, bro, I ain't with that shit, bro.
Let's be honest, though. Back then,
Everybody was doing it. I know what we
everybody
gonna
was
say.
doing it. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
But
Everybody,
hey,
find me one
but
boxer who wasn't going
listen,
crazy with the juice.
listen. I know an individual right now who was a prominent individual in the sport of boxing. As far he's not well known now, not well known, but covered the sport, that type of thing, and will tell you right now that everybody is juicing in the sport right now. He will tell you that easily. You feel me? He will, and I'm a Devin fan, so I brought up Devin. Guess the first thing he said was, "Hey, Devin worked with Victor Conte," and I know Victor Conte from the Balco days, and I'm very familiar with Victor Conte, and he
Can I
runs the snack program.
can I say this real
So
quick?
go ahead, brother.
When it comes to juicing, allegedly, I'm not saying anybody. This is all from my own opinion and perspective, but the difference between nowadays and juicing and back then is you will be able to do it well into like your glory days. What I mean is like you can have a big championship fight, etc. Nowadays, you have to be smart about it. What I mean about being smart about it is you take care of and you do all that stuff before you're on the national television where everyone pays attention. Well, let's just keep it straightforward. Allegedly, my opinion, when you get into VADA testing, when you get into WADA testing, when you get into UCAD testing, people don't understand how long it takes for you to get to the point where all of a sudden where they're saying, "Hey, we're doing extensive drug testing throughout your camp." And even then, I'm like, you can do it outside of the camp. Like now, like people want to like, VADA is the most like intense testing now, but a lot of people don't understand VADA doesn't come into play until you put yourself into the pool of VADA. People don't
Into
know
the
you can put
program.
yourself into VADA and then you can take yourself out of it, right?
Hold on, and real quick, Chris Eubanks. I remember having this conversation. It was damn near a year ago. We were talking about VADA testing. Um, Chris Eubanks, he was one of the individuals. He had not signed up for the VADA testing at that current
Correct.
moment in time, and I was, I'm looking, and he eventually did sign up. He eventually did, but then it goes into cycling, right? And we know that a lot of these drugs that the individual, when it comes to HGH, when it comes to those type of performances enhancing drugs. And I want to be clear about this. When we talk about performance enhancing, it's not just for power, right? A lot of it is more for stamina,
Yeah, this
for you to
isn't.
get
Yeah, we're not talking weightlifting, guys. Like we're not talking about for
exactly.
people to look a certain way. This is all for your performance.
Right, right. And I don't want
Literally,
nobody to get
performance enhancing drugs. It isn't about how the gain or to look. This is about increasing your performance in whatever sport you're doing.
and I think it gets confused a lot of time because when they talk about clenbuterol, right? If you look at what clenbuterol is really for, nigga, it ain't to sit there and make you stronger. Like it ain't a steroid. What it is it gives you energy. You know what I'm saying? It increases energy and it allows you to be a lot more,
It
it allows
increases.
for you to recover faster and to continue to work out hard. It increases your recovery basically
And
and
real
your
quick,
stamina.
a lot of people don't know this about me. Well, I guess during the time when I was going live, I used to, before I was in the job I was in a sales position, a very hardcore gym. I learned a lot about performance enhancing drugs and things like that. The reason why a lot of people, feel a way about playing when you end up finding out, someone in like a sport like a boxing or combat sports period, they're taking it, is because it's clear, it's tall tale signs that they're coming off a cycle of something else. Because one of the biggest things that Clint is able to help when it comes to like a boxer, MMA guy, whatever the case is, it increases their testosterone. So a lot of people say, "Oh, you're increasing your testosterone, so that means you want to be, like you said, like yes, it does help you continue to be able to work out just as hard. It continues to be able to push through certain days, but you guys have to understand the reason why they're taking Clan is because when you're coming off a specific cycle, depending on what you take, a lot
Yeah,
of times for men, your estrogen level rises, your testosterone levels lower. So
shrink,
what
it
Clan
shrink.
does, it comes into play where it makes your testosterone levels even out again. So when you're coming off that cycle, you're not at a depleted stage, right? You don't feel like you've lost anything with what you gained on the cycle. You basically are able to, continue to do what you do, and maintain whatever levels you had uh, coming off of that particular cycle. So clean, a lot of times when it comes to combat sports, it's used specifically to bring your testosterone levels back to normal. Not even to raise it, it's just to bring them back to normal because whatever you use in your cycle,
Tilt
majority
your
of
shit.
the things
Tilt
that
your
you
shit.
use, yeah, it increases estrogen a lot. So that's why a lot of people talk about like gyno and stuff like that, in
And
men when they use those type of things.
it's interesting you say that because even when we look at Eubanks Jr., right? Oh, no, excuse me, not Eubanks. Conor Ben.
Hmm.
When we look at Conor Ben, he didn't get he wasn't popped for he popped and the drug that he popped for. I don't know the exact name. I can't remember off the top, but it's
Oh, it
damn
was
near. It's
I always say it wrong. Clement football. You know what I'm saying?
hey, I can't say none of them drugs. Now, I'm you lucky I said clenbuterol. I probably
That
fucked
that
that
was
name
it.
up. I
That
probably
was
fucked
it.
that
That was
name
it. I'm
up.
like, we were talking about shit, because they sound so alike. It just went out of my head. But that's what he got popped for. But what we were
But
talking
but
about previously was different.
but this is the thing. When you look at
Clenbuterol,
that drug, right?
and clenbuterol is used for women who are coming off
But
of
but
their
but but
pregnancies to lower their estrogen levels as well.
but that's not what Eubank. That ain't what Conor Ben popped for. He didn't pop for Clem. He popped for
No,
something else.
clenbuterol. They're two different things. We weren't talking about clenbuterol before.
What were we talking about
Clenbuterol
before?
is what he. It just went out of my head because they're so similar in names.
And see, that's why, and I could, and that's why what I was gonna say is when I looked it up, I saw it, I was like, hold on, this is damn near a woman's fertility drug or some shit.
That's
Like,
what it is. Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, why the fuck would you be taking this, bro? Like, like you,
Because it levels out the estrogen levels. The
no,
other thing that
I
we were talking about before raises your testosterone. This what we're
mhm.
talking about. It doesn't raise the testosterone, but it levels out the estrogen levels.
Yeah, yeah,
So they're both
and no, no,
different things.
we
That's
agree,
the same thing that Canelo got popped for, and then he ended up
agree.
blaming on the red Mexican meat. Which, by the
Yeah,
way, you can never eat. I don't give a fuck where you at. You can eat as much meat as you want. You will not get high levels of estrogen from eating too much meat. I don't give a fuck if it's from Brazil. Like,
now I will say this. I don't know how true. I was talking to a good friend of mine, and they were saying that the whole Mexican soccer team got 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 busted for damn near the same thing, and that's why they were saying it was quote unquote contaminated meat. But I'm sitting here like, so you telling me everybody in Mexico on that shit, bro? Everybody
That's
on
what I'm
that shit?
saying. I'm like, if you think it's that easy, don't you think everybody be eating Mexican or red Mexican meat?
Yeah. But then when you look at Tyson Fury, what Tyson Fury said,
Tyson
he
Fury is a
fought
drug
because,
cheat. We know that.
well, we know that. But what he said,
That's
he
been
said it
proven.
was
It was the meat. Oh,
Boar's balls or some shit. I'm like,
but
was it
remember that
Boar?
dude? He ended up
Was
coming
it
out.
Boar?
He ended up saying, what was it, a year or something ago? He was like, "Yo, I got paid for me to," but that story got buried. No, there wasn't too
I
many
didn't even
boxing
hear that.
channels
I
that
didn't hear
covered
that
that.
story. I didn't hear that. Talk to me.
Okay, I
Talk
said,
to me.
oh, give me 1 second. I gotta use the bathroom. Go ahead.
Me
One
too.
second.
Hey, no, I do too. We taking a quick intermission. Give me one
We'll be
second.
right back. We've been going for a minute. Give us 1 minute.
My brother flew. Oh shit.
All right, back to the stand. Lakers getting smacked, ain't changed. So we ain't gonna give a damn about the Lakers right now. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
We back in the building. We back in the building.
I am. Let me see if my
Hey,
other phone charger.
appreciate that break right there. I needed that break just
Yeah,
like you needed, my brother. But
but yeah.
now I
Basically,
want to. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
the Tyson Fury situation. It came out around this time. Remember the whole Glovegate things going on with Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. Basically the person who came out and like supported the story of Tyson Fury, when he got popped, what he got popped with, it was saying it was board meat. He ended up coming out and saying no, that's
Hey, he
actually
was
not
like
true.
a farmer or some shit, wasn't he?
Correct. He ended up coming out and saying no, that's not true. Because apparently it was affecting his business. And he was like,
I
finally, like,
do
look,
remember. I do remember him because he wouldn't testify about it. He
yeah,
wouldn't
exactly. He
testify.
didn't
I
testify, so
remember
that's
that.
why Tyson Fury was able to come, free about it. Now he came out and said, "Yo, I made that story up. I got paid for it. I'm just being honest with you guys." But that kind of got buried underneath, no, like main boxing channels picked that up. It was more so people. The problem was it came out when the Glove Gate was happening, and the feud between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. So Tyson Fury's fans are very, very, very loyal. So it got buried. A lot of people just said, "Hey, that's old news. No one cares. He's just coming out because he's trying to make a quick buck, etc." To this day,
God
people
damn.
will say that Fury never ducked Deontay Wilder for that third fight, even though Deontay Wilder had to take him to court. People would argue that, which is fucking crazy to me. But yeah, it's just like we
Hey,
have known
bro.
cheats. Like this is one of the questions too I want to ask because I'm gonna have a very extensive boxing live stream tomorrow about how 2023 is probably going to be the worst year of boxing we've had in a long time.
The worst.
Um, yeah, I believe that.
Okay. Hey.
I believe
I
I'm
will.
gonna go into detail about that tomorrow, but I think it's gonna
What,
be
ti-
one of the
what,
worst
what,
years we've had in boxing.
what time you going in? What time you going in tomorrow? And I got to tell you real quick. I want
Probably
to tell
like
you this.
9. So, but 9 my
Nine
time most likely.
central time. That's central
Yeah,
time.
9 Central, 8:30, 9 Central, because I'll probably be home around like 8,
I need.
8:15. I'll get set up, all that stuff.
All right. That's a man. I got to tell you this. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. You said some shit to me the other night, or it was a few nights back, but you said some shit that I took into consideration. You said, damn it, I like going live early. So then I can relax, I can watch my shows, and I can get my rest. Bruh. So I jump on panels easy and argue. I jump on the panel easy, you feel me? Bruh. I cut all my panels out. I said, you know what? I like what my brother said, so I'm choosing the couple that I'm gonna rock with.
Yeah,
If they rocking at with my time, If they starting, but if I can jump on before 12 o'clock and be out by 12:30, my time, because I mess around and jump on the damn panel. Next thing you know, it's 4:30 in the morning. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? And I'm sitting here like, man, I ain't got time for none of that. And I ain't gained nothing from it. I ain't gained a motherfucking thing
That's
from
the
it.
biggest thing. That's why it's like I like panels because it can to an extent give you some exposure for your channel, but in reality, the way this YouTube motherfucking world works, a lot of people who are watching, especially when the boxing channels are like growing and you're on those panels, they're watching for that channel. So it's like you're not going to you're not really going to get that much exposure from being on panels unless that specific channel shouts you out and tells them go follow. You know what I'm saying? Every time you're there, you're
Right.
like, yo, go follow, go follow. But if a lot of times it's just kind of like an open panel, you go in and you talk, it's not going to
And
be much, you know what I'm saying, exposure for your own specific channel. So it's like, one, I'm
what
like,
is
that's
it
why,
for?
say again?
But I will say I never did it for, and if you ever know, I'm not trying to plug my man. Damn my channel,
Yeah,
bro.
me neither. I know. I don't give a fuck about my
The
shit
only
growing either.
reason
This
I have
shit's
a
for
channel,
fun.
only reason I have a channel is because if I want to talk about some shit, it gives me the opportunity to talk about some shit.
Mhm.
You feel me? But at the same time, man, I love, I love talking boxing. You know how it is. I love talking. I argue with anybody about boxing if it's good conversation. And what I found out was two things. And the first thing is a lot of times when I jump on those late night panels, it's too much quote unquote free smoke. I'm not here for no free smoke. I'm not trying to argue
Yeah,
with your ass.
yeah,
And, and next thing you know, you got people cussing each other. I ain't here for all of that.
yeah.
That ain't. I'm not here for that. The second thing is I realized when I didn't jump on them, bro, I had even more peace of mind without having to worry about or stay on my. Man, I sit there and watch a show, and that's what I really want to talk to you about tonight. Is different because, man, wait, I still haven't found the show you tried to feed me, bro. I still ain't find the motherfucker, bro.
But see, that's what I told you.
I swear I've been looking for this. You told me to move to
I use
CBS
streaming.
all.
I don't use a streaming service, so it's like I go online, so it's like I can just type it in. It's there.
What
I
do you
found
use?
out the show I was talking about. It started on CBS, but it's with Paramount Plus now. So I'm like,
But
if you
I got
using,
Paramount Plus. I got Paramount Plus.
bro, it's called Evil. It should be on there, bro.
I swear, bro. I've been looking for it, bro. So let me tell you, this is my.
It's gonna make me
And
have to go. I'm gonna get a link and I'm gonna drop it up in this bitch. It's how
no,
close.
don't drop it in here. Don't drop. Matter of fact, man. Shit, fuck. I'm gonna put my information in the background. Hit me in my email or something like that. You feel me?
Yeah,
And send it that way.
put your email in the comment, and then I'll send it to your email. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm talking about, because you'll see it. You'll be like, man, I've been missing this whole time. I'm
bro.
telling you,
And
I'm on the
so,
last season. I'm so well, not the last season, but the most recent season. I'm hurt because I'm about to be all the way through, and I'm gonna have to find some new shit, bro.
but this was so crazy. So since I don't watch the after I done, man, I don't know. I just got done with New Amsterdam. I just got done with New
I heard of that.
Amsterdam.
What's that
It,
shit?
it, it's a hospital series. I don't know if you fuck with hospital series. I'm a,
If
I'm
it's
a huge.
fire, I need it because I'm like after I'm done with this, I'm gonna start the new show on HBO Max, The Last of Us, that's based off the video game.
I've
Everyone's
been
saying this shit
trying to
fire.
watch, bro. And see, this is the thing. You got to catch me that first episode, bro. If you can't catch my attention that first episode, then
Stay there.
I'll put
I've been
that shit
trying.
on.
I'm doing the same every time I start. It'd be 15 minutes in. He's like, you know what? Maybe I'm not in the right mood. Let me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna come back to this because that is an hour and 25 minutes. The first episode. I'm like, if it's an
Right,
hour and
bro. Like,
25 the first episode, this shit got to be fire from beginning to end, or at
come
least the
on, bro.
first
You
30
gotta give me
minutes.
some. Man, get
Shit
me
was slow
going
as
in it.
hell, nigga.
So have you ever seen what's the name of that shit, man? It's a Netflix show. Now, what is it? Not Planet. What the fuck is the name of the show?
Nigga.
This shit, and it's a remake, bro. It's a remake about Will Robinson. What's the name of that shit, man? God damn, hold on. I'll give
Netflix
it
be
to you.
having some good shows depending on if it's like either original or it's like in the like they do a remake and they like
Lost in
yeah.
Space. Have you seen Lost in Space? The new one?
Uh-uh.
And so
I don't think I
I
even heard
never
of that.
okay, so Lost in Space, right? I've never been real big. Well, I like. I'm a Star Trek fan. My mama. I grew up watching Star Trek. I got my name
Yeah,
from an
same, same.
individual
My
off of
mom and my
Star Trek.
daddy love Star
Yeah,
Trek,
yeah.
bro.
And so I got my name from a nigga from Star Trek. It is what it is. And so I'm a
Is it
Star
is
Trek
it,
fan.
is it the nigga from the old school one with the glasses, dark skin nigga?
Nah. It ain't him. It ain't him.
My
But
daddy used to always,
I
every
fuck
time
with
that shit
Jody.
came
I
on, my
fuck
daddy
with
would be
Jody.
like, "You know, I went to high school with that nigga."
Hey, Jody was that dude, man. I fuck with Jody, man. I fuck with him. So no, but if you go to Deep Space when Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Avery Brooks was the lead, was the captain of the ship or the Enterprise at the time,
Wait, so
and
Deep
that's
Space is Star Trek? It's like a remake of Star Trek.
it's man. Star Trek got so many different makes of it, but Deep Space Nine, yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
Deep Space Nine. If you ever get a chance, I'm not a fan of
How
Deep
many
Space Nine.
seasons? How many seasons?
I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I like Star Trek Enterprise with Captain Picard. I like that more than I
Why
like.
you suggesting TV shows you don't fuck with?
I'm not suggesting. I'm trying to tell you where I got my name from, bro, and trying to tell
Oh
you
my man, I
how I
thought you
got
was
into
suggest.
this shit.
I thought you was telling me where you got your name from,
No,
but also suggesting the
I'm
TV
not
show. I thought it
suggesting
was like
nothing.
both.
I will tell you when I'm suggesting. No, I'm just telling you this is. But I'm a Star Trek fan regardless because I grew up in that era, and so I like that space shit. You feel me? And so when I came into Lost in Space, I didn't even know it was a series back in like the 70s or 80s or some shit. I ain't never seen the shit, but it was a series that was Lost in Space. That first episode, it grabbed my attention when I watched it on Netflix, bro. It grabbed my attention, and so I watched the whole motherfucking series off of the first episode. That's usually how it is for me. If you can't get my attention in that first episode, bro, I try. And
Yep,
I want
I'm the
I
same
got
way.
and I got a question for you. I got a question.
Same.
Have you
That first episode got
seen
to be fire, boy.
Have you seen The Walking Dead? Have you watched that series?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it good?
To me, only the first original Walking Dead. Like I remember, I watched that about 3 years ago. I binged it. Like the first Walking Dead, like the original Walking Dead is fire. All the spinoffs and shit, I couldn't watch none of that shit.
So I
That
don't
shit
know if
was
I'm
just
like
making money. But the
I don't.
original, if you never watched the original Walking Dead, in my personal opinion, that's something you can binge watch and it'll be fire.
So I don't know what the original is. I tried today because I finished New Amsterdam. You feel well, and
I
I ain't
never
gonna
tried that.
hold
What
you.
is that? What is New Amsterdam? I never heard of that.
No, man, that shit fire as hell, bro. And but you ain't seen the Blacklist either, have you?
No, I remember I told you Zen's been telling me to
Right.
watch that shit, and I just never watched it.
Well, New Amsterdam, bro. It got a lot of the character, not a lot. It got some characters from the Blacklist in it, but and what's the dude Ryan Gold, whatever his name is, Golding or whatever the nigga name is. I
What
like
is it? Is it
he
like
played.
a CSI type thing, action type
Nah,
thing?
nah,
Or
nah, nah, nah. It's more like have you watched House, right?
yeah,
House.
yeah, man, I remember the house was
Come on,
fire back
bro,
in the day,
bro.
boy.
I go
What?
back and watch. I go back and watch Houses
House
now,
was so fire,
bro. I
bro.
love House, bro. House is that nigga, bro. He that
I don't think I've ever
and
seen that actor in anything else. Whoa.
Hugh Laurie. I don't know if I
Yeah,
ever seen. I
that
agree with
was
that.
fire. I remember House in its heyday, man. Damn, that makes me feel
Yeah,
old, but House was fire, bro.
and see with this one with New Amsterdam, the reason it caught my attention is because what happened. I can tell you the first episode, pretty much the first episode. In the first episode, the individual he's been hired as the director of the hospital, right? And so he comes in and in his first
Oh,
scene,
it's like a
bro.
hospital type shit.
Yeah, no, it's all the way hospital shit. And
Okay.
his first scene, he come in and fire a whole department, right? He fire a whole department. And then he like after they walk out, he like, so anybody who ain't calling their lawyers, give me suggestions. And it's about a hospital that's a public hospital, right? Not a private one. So
Okay.
whether
So they
you
got
have
license
insurance or
on
not, they gotta cover you. So you got a new dude coming in who has very different thoughts from a lot of people, and he trying to make a way as far as the director go. And I really enjoyed it until I will say this. I came today. I was about to watch. It's only two seasons. The third season It's coming out in February.
For
Um,
me, I'm like that's where like unless it's like a new show that's super popular, it's like I gotta have at least 2 seasons because I'm like I may need a binge watch.
and so the third season is coming out in February. But I will say this: the one thing when I first started watching, I was like, man, it. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit a tad bit too woke for me at certain points during the.
Hey,
But hold on.
2023, you gotta get past that. I
Exactly.
understand it. I'm like it's
Exactly.
just part of it. You gotta
I
like there's
gotta
gonna be
get
woke shit. I pay
right.
attention now to the story. Like if I can stay intrigued, I'm
I,
intrigued. And I just
it,
look past the woke shit because there's gonna be
it,
woke shit regardless. They have
and
like that's what it is.
that's exactly, I was like, some of this shit, I'm like, God, some of the shit they saying, man, they had a person saying that a librarian ain't gonna rent you a book because you black. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's
You can't
extra.
get you.
Come on now,
Come
nigga.
on, bro. Chill with that now.
I
Don't
got a
do that.
library card. I'm like that's what I hate about the woke shit is like nigga, this
Chill with
ain't
that shit, man.
1970. Like see for me, I had
Right?
old parents, so my like I remember I was in the room with my parents when it was like we would watch a movie or something, and my mom would be like, "You remember when we had whites only and blacks only with the water fountains?" So when I see some of this woke shit and they try to be extra, and this isn't me saying I'm like we still deal with shit as black people. We do like what I'm saying full discretion. You know what I'm saying? We just at my job we just had a team building report meeting and I just got hit with the first you the only black person that's working with the work or at the
Yeah.
job type shit. It's like okay whatever,
But
but
but but
I
they
don't
probably
compare
had.
that to what
Hold
my
on.
parents went through where it's literally
But
it's
they
like
probably
you
have
can't drink from that
sympathy. But they probably have sympathy for you, which I don't even want
because
your
of
fucking.
that.
I don't want your sympathy. Please don't give me
I
your
don't
sympathy.
yeah
Matter of
that's
fact,
the difference
when you give me the sympathy, I feel
exactly.
like you talking bad about me. You talking
That's what a
down
lot of
on
people
me.
understand. There is
Nigga,
a
I don't
sympathy
need your
joke
shit.
in comparison to back in their day. It's a like
Right,
literally like nigga, you ain't shit joke. Like now it's like
right,
a sympathy. We want to make sure you're comfortable. When we playing
right.
with
No,
you. You
nigga,
like us.
nigga,
Back
what
then
you
it's
did.
like nigga, you is not even human. Nigga, you black.
And my thing is, at the end of the day, from both perspectives, nigga, just treat me like you would treat anybody else. That's it. That's all I'm asking for.
That's why
If I
look,
fuck, if I fuck up, tell me I fucked up. If I do a good job, tell me I did a
tell me
good
I do good.
job. Give me
Let me
the
be
credit that I deserve, regardless, bro. That's
base it
it.
off of
That's
my
it.
performance. Don't base it off of
Thank
my
you.
name. Don't base it off of my skin color. If I'm performing, reward me. If I'm not, tell me to pick the shit up. If I don't pick it up, I gotta
Bro,
look for another job. That's what I want, nigga. That's it.
man, thank you.
Wait, let
Look,
me say this real
go ahead.
quick though. I'm like,
Go ahead.
you think that you gonna fuck with evil, bro? Because the nigga, the nigga who played Luke Cage,
No, I ain't never seen Luke Cage.
you did it.
Nah, I ain't never seen Luke Cage.
Damn, so you don't fuck with the nigga who played the nigga who's supposed to be the new Blade.
Man, you can't replace Blade, bro. You can't replace Blade. But the
I
reason
know Blade's
I'm,
the
I'm,
best, but
I'm gonna tell you, so when it comes to superhero stories, it's hard for me to watch series on them. I hadn't quite now. If it's movies, I love them. But if it's a series like
well,
the
Blade, the
Green
new Blade's
Arrow,
supposed to be a movie. It's supposed to be Marvel, but it just keeps getting delayed because they was on some woke shit. They was apparently supposed to kill off like the original script that they're doing for the new Blade. They were going to kill off Blade in it, and they were going to make Blade a woman.
see, and that be the problem, bro. They be done. Yeah, you
No
go, man.
disrespect.
Listen, I love the women. I love them. I love them.
Blade ain't
But
never been a
damn,
woman, nigga. There ain't been no
let's
comic book. Like, let's go
let's
off the comic.
let's
There ain't
just
been no
yeah,
Blade.
let's just keep the story. Let's
The
just keep the
fuck,
story what the story is, man. We don't
bro?
have to. What's the point? That's my whole problem with this whole woke agenda is you start to change shit that shouldn't be like,
They
bro.
don't care
Okay,
though.
if you want to do something, you know what I'm saying, then make go out and make a individual series about Storm. Storm
Duh.
was a strong black woman. Go make an individual series about her, but don't
But duh,
change the individuals who I
this
loved
is
growing up, bro. Don't
but
do that.
this is what we as men don't realize, and this is the harsh reality for us men. Women are becoming more independent, especially black women, but women in
Hence the,
general.
hence the
And
reason
then
the
there
divorce rate rises. Hence
is
the
rising,
reason.
and women are making more money than they've ever had. So what ends up happening beforehand? What they make all these superhero movies, they make these movies catered toward men because men were like, "Yo, women, you take care of the household. We're gonna be making the money." So you have to cater to the bread holder, the people who are going to spend the money. We're now transforming into a society now where things are equal. Maybe not in rules, etc., and how things work, which they
No,
are
that's
trying to
not
change
true.
all that thing. But we're transforming into an equal place where
No, that's
women
not
are
true.
making more money, so women can now pay for their own shit. So they're saying, "Look,
We don't need a man.
but not only that, but this is a fact. There's more women on this earth than men.
Than men. Exactly.
So if
So
now
now
women are making more money, what do we need to cater to when it comes to getting the most out of whatever presented? The women, because now women can pay for their own shit. There's more women on this world. So it's like, yeah, a lot of men are upset, but in reality, there's less men on this world. Women are now making more money. So we're going to cater to the majority when it comes to how many people are here and the majority when it comes to how much money is being made. Women will pay to see these things where now Spider-Man's a woman. We're not used to it, but these women, they gonna pay for it. And they're going to get back as much money as they put in. And so it's like I feel like when I see a lot of these YouTube channels talk about like all this different stuff where it's like woke and all this stuff, we're missing the key point. The key point is shit. We may call it woke as men, but them studios and stuff, they just see it as business. Like a lot of these women, they pay for their own shit now, and there's more women than there's men. So I got to make sure I cater our audience and whatever the fuck our entertainment is to make sure the women feel included
Bruh,
and they're willing to
but
pay for it.
no, this is the problem though. This is the problem. You know who pushed this agenda? Watch this now. Listen to what I'm about to say. You know who pushed this agenda out of everybody? And respectfully, you know what I'm saying? I feel, and it's crazy. I feel like I gotta say this because if I don't say it, next thing you know, I hate feminism. Well, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of feminism. In my personal opinion, feminism are women who hate men. That's my personal opinion. But you know, it is. You correct me if I'm wrong.
A woman
But this
who's
is
not married has always hated women. I'm a very abstract thinker, so it's like when I
we
think of
we
things being
so we
categorized,
agree on a lot of things, bro. We
yeah,
agree as far as how we see the world, bro. And the reason
yeah,
I was raised by my great grandmother and my grandmother, right? I was raised by old people, and you was raised by old people, respectfully. And
no respect.
so
Like
because
my daddy and my mom,
are
like
older,
I was the kid where my dad and my mom was 20 years older than the majority of my friends' parents. So
right?
I was a nigga who
How
had to every weekend I had to wake up and my daddy and my mom would be like, "Nigga, you need to go pull weeds before you can do anything." And the
yeah,
rest of
nigga, nah,
my
go,
friends,
go
they
pack the
was out, they
motherfucking
was
bread.
having fun and shit. It's like, no, before you have fun, you need to go pull weeds. You need to bag them up.
You grew up
You need
with
to do this for
discipline.
3 hours,
You
and
grew
then you can go have fun. That was my
You grew
life.
up with this, but you grew up with discipline. They understood, they understand, and same way I grew up. My great grandma or Big Mom's my great grandma. She's passed away now. My grandma's still alive. My mother's still alive. My father's still alive. I don't have a great relationship with my father. Right, my father stayed less than a mile and a half away from where I stayed at the time. I ain't never see the brother. I ain't never see him. When I got older, I saw him because when I got to college, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I called him and went off on him. You feel me? I went off on my dad. And then when I went off on him, you know, I graduated from college, moved to Atlanta, and he lived in Atlanta. So I was able to go and I started rocking with him. But this, and I say that to say this, and then I'm gonna go back to the point. My problem is, and this is why we need strong black men, is because I took my old lady or my lady at the time, I took her over to my father's birthday party, right? So after we done been over there, we me and him, we done had some drinks together. You feel me? She the driver for the night, whatever. So me and her, we getting ready to leave. And he come out, he say, man, the police, they came and knocked on my door and they said, you got a warrant out against me. You want me locked up. I'm like, what the fuck? What you talking about? Well, they said I owe you child support, this, that, whatever, whatever. I'm like, bro, you don't owe me nothing. I don't have nothing to do with that. That's between you and my mother. Because at the end of the day, they can ask me anything, And if I say I want to, if I say I want to drop the case against you, they gonna go to my mother because that shit is between y'all. She paid for this shit, and I'm not gonna go against her at this current moment because you ain't do what you were supposed to do, bro. It is what it is. Now I'm here for your birthday to show you love, but now you telling me that because of me, the police looking for you. That's what you telling me right now. And me and him, we had a falling out about that. You feel me? We got back on. You know what I'm saying? He a Cowboys fan. We still rock. I'm always rock with my dad. That's he my dad, bro. Like I had no choice but to rock with him.
Can I say
But
something
at
real
the,
quick?
say it again.
Can I say something real
Go,
quick?
go ahead, brother.
You don't have to rock with him, but my suggestion will be I have a real conversation with him because I'm a little younger than you, so you probably like, man, what do you know? I lost my pops last year, and one of the things that I regret,
Sorry to hear that.
we hear, but like one thing I regret is I never got to have a real conversation with him because the era he was from, it wasn't about, what I'm saying, talking real to your
Conversations.
son. It was about, what I'm saying, like
Showing.
me, my dad was there, so it's like for him, it's like, you got through middle school, elementary, high school. After high
I
school,
did what I was supposed
if
to
you
do.
did that, then I did my job. Now
Yeah.
you got to figure it out. So it was more so you seeing more than talking. Like nowadays, it's all about talk, communication. I actually think that's a lot more beneficial. The only way it's not is if you're not showing what you're saying. So it's like it is a double edged sword. But it's like if there's anything I learned from him is when shit get tough, you don't show it. You just deal with it.
You deal with
But
it
I do wish
and overcome it. You overcome it.
I would have had a real conversation and be like, man, like really like talk to me. Like, what was the shit you dealt with?
What
So
happened?
I know how to deal with it rather than me kind of being on the fly and being like, I just gotta kind of just take this shit. So it's like I tell anybody like this is why I be telling Zen too, because Zen he younger than both of us, and his pops is older. He's in the same like kind of frame. Like we have an older pop where I just be like, you may feel like your dad needs to do this, and that, but in all honesty, it's like if you are thriving and you're able to figure shit out, he did his job as a
He did
man.
what he was supposed to do,
Because
bro.
there's a lot of niggas out here doing some fuck shit, straight fuck shit. And it's simply because either their pops wasn't even around, period, or they pops didn't simply be like, let them know, like, yo, I'm here if you need me. Not even on no talking shit, just to just know, like, yeah, you got a pops here. And like that makes all the difference in the world. So it's like I always be telling people, like, if your dad did in your life and you got some type of discrepancy between the two, it's like just go and like drop all that shit and just be like, yo, pops, talk to me. And even if they don't want to talk to you, once they know that you saying like, yo, my guard's down, they may not let their guard down, but you might have a different insight on, when they say shit. Cause I'm like, that's one thing I get to this day. I wish I would have just went to him like, yo, my guard's down, let your guard down. Like, just talk to me. And it's hard to kind of talk, like, especially around our age, say that to because most people, their pops is barely going on 50 type shit. And so it's like there was a different type
50.
of like my
Nigga,
my pops was
nigga,
way
nigga
older. He was from a
50.
different era. So it's like
Man,
that's not you can't just be like talk to me because I'm like they pops didn't just talk to them. It was all about showing. So
but at the end of the day, I still think, you know, regardless, I'm not gonna say I learned because once again, me and my father, we didn't really have a relationship until I was older. So I can't say I learned so much from him. What I will say is one of the reasons I rock with my son the way I rock with him is because the lack of me having that father figure there, right? And so one thing I always told myself growing up is, and I don't know if this is good, bad, whatever. I said I'm not gonna be like you, bro. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna. I know how I used to feel, bro, and I remember it. I remember specific. I'll tell you, it's crazy because I can tell you the best time that me and him ever had. The best time me and him ever had, and mind you, I got a brother by my father, right? That and a sister who stay miles or they stay in Augusta. I stay in Warner Robins, which you don't know what that's at, but the shit is 200 miles away from each other, right? And so when I had those interactions, when my brother used to come and I used to go down there, I had a great time kicking it with my brother and my sister, right? Now they was on some shit that I wasn't used to because they both older than me, and they grew up in the country like I grew up, but they was in shit that I wasn't in. My brother, they call my brother Hot Boy. Why? Cause goddamn Hot Boy, he gon' the story he'll tell you that damn it, we was at the club, I shot a motherfucker bump off that motherfucker. You feel me? I was spraying on there, and I'm like, bro, I ain't shooting at nobody. I ain't doing none
Allegedly,
of that shit,
allegedly.
bro. Nah, this ain't alleged. This is what he told me, respectfully to him.
No, I'm just saying
And
allegedly because we on the internet. Like this ain't gonna nobody gonna watch this, but still allegedly. Like,
allegedly, okay, we'll go alleged. But I say that to say, man, what I realized was that I got so much appreciation for my great grandmother, my grandmother, and my mother because they did put me on the right path. The problem is that when you come up against certain shit, you need a man to talk to about this shit and to get an understanding from. And when I talked to my dad about it, I didn't think it benefited me the way I thought it would benefit me. And so it gave me the mindset of I don't never want to be in that position. Real quick, bro. LeBron going they down by 20. They down by 20, but
I know
LeBron
LeBron
going the
hooping.
fuck off, bro. He
That's
hooping
why I'm
right
like,
now.
it's not right. Let me
He
see this
hooping.
though real quick. I just want to say, and this is probably me
Hold
an
on,
example. Real quick.
let me just finish this one point.
Go ahead.
Because of the way I was raised and what I went through, especially later on, speaking to my father, nah, nigga, hey, my son, he got a dance coming up. I'm signed. He signed up for soccer. He gonna play baseball. Nah, I'm gonna be there for him. And so at the end of the day, I want him to have to, hey, come to me and ask me, bro. Feel comfortable coming to me and ask me the same way I felt comfortable going to my grandmother, my great grandmother, my mother, and then feel comfortable going to my father. I want you to feel comfortable going to your father to ask those questions. And hence the reason I became a single father. Go ahead, my part.
I keep going real quick. I got you guys.
Yeah, fluid. You on that liquid. But anyway, so at the end of the day, and
I had
the other now let me ask this. When I, damn, hey, LeBron cooking right now, bro. LeBron is cooking. They didn't cut the lead to 15. LeBron is cooking right now. Come on, Bron. And although I'm a Melo fan, you know, I heard you say you was a Bron fan from '03. Well, in that same draft class, Melo was there, and Melo is my guy. I ain't gonna hold you. In '03, you feel me? I was in the ninth grade, I believe, and I modeled my game. Damn, Paul George Cole. I like. I'm a fan of Paul George as well. I'm a big fan of Paul George. But I modeled my game. Who did?
I
Hey,
can't
all
stand
right,
Paul
man.
George. I can't stand him just because me and my brother we played that nigga when he was doing runs at the gym, and we had two niggas on our team who just smoke weed and play basketball. He had a team full of niggas trying to go to D1. We lost only by 3 points. My brother would hate bringing this up. Paul George dunked on him. But my brother came right back. I was the one playing point guard. I was only like 15, 16 at the time. My brother came right back, dunked on one of his homies. So fuck out of here, Paul George. I love you though at the same time, but I always remember that shit. And nigga Paul
Man,
George dunked on my brother. And my brother was like, hey, he gave me the ball. He said, nigga, set me up. I came down. They was playing full court, nigga. Full court defense, nigga, on a run. I broke all that
hey,
shit, passed it to
how,
my
how,
brother. That nigga dunked on a nigga two hands. Like Paul George did a one-handed dunk on my brother. My brother did a two-handed dunk on a nigga. My
how
brother
tall
only
you
like
is?
six
How tall
five.
you is, Flu?
Paul George was 6'9". My brother was only 6'5". Dunked on that nigga two hands.
Paul George ain't no
Shout out.
motherfucking 6'9".
That's what they
That
got missed his
nigga,
ass.
that nigga 6'7". How tall are you,
I don't
Flu?
give a fuck. I'm Blues. Like I'll tell niggas I'm 6'5"
You 6'5"?
with shoes. Without shoes,
How
I'm
tall
probably
are
like
you?
6'3"
Nigga,
and a
nigga,
half, six
bro,
four.
how tall are you? Nigga, how tall are you, bro? Come on, now don't do it. Don't do all of that.
Without
How
shoes,
tall
without
are you?
shoes, I'm probably like 6'3", 6'4".
Okay, cool. So I'm 6'5", 6'6". You know what I'm saying? Without shoes as well. Without shoes.
Yeah, without shoes, I'm like 6'3", 6'4". With shoes, I'm 6'5". But you know what I'm saying?
But
I got highlights where I'm like my best season hooping, I averaged like 24 and 13.
where you playing at?
I'm from Cali, bro. San Bernardino
That's
County.
that damn Cali shit.
I was
Boy,
nice. You can ask niggas, I was nice. I just wasn't that nice because nigga, when I was playing, it wasn't like today where everybody can have a hoop mixtape, nigga. If you wasn't in the big city, you wasn't really getting no shine like that. You feel me?
bruh, bruh. I'm from. If anybody know, I'm before your time. I was nice. You feel me? And niggas want to send me to Kansas, and I should have went. I ain't gonna hold you. I should have went to Kansas to
Trust
the
me, we
junior.
all got the shoulda, woulda, coulda story. Trust me.
I should have did it. I should
I
have
got an
did it,
offer from Sacramento State and I didn't take it because nobody knew who Sacramento State was, and I thought I was better than
bruh.
that.
We
Because,
should have took all of that
bro,
shit.
Sacramento State called me and they said, "Look, we got someone that we want, but he's probably not going to accept it. So you are backup scholarship offer." And I felt disrespected, nigga. I did not get another offer like that.
Hold on,
I
bruh.
should have
You know
took
it's
it,
so
nigga.
crazy, bruh. You
I
know it's
should have
so
took it,
crazy.
nigga.
So you may have
Dumbass
never heard.
nigga like
You
me,
ain't never
bro.
you ain't never heard of this. Well, you may have, but Mercer University, right in Macon, they offered me. They said, "Well, look, we need it." Well, first they offered me a scholarship. Then, and it's crazy because it's a nigga from my school, one of my partners. Well, the big homie, bro. He the big homie. The nigga he had to transfer from southern or it's either South or Southern Alabama. He transferred to Macon, you know, or to Mercer, which is in Macon. And the nigga when he was on campus, he shoot motherfuckers with BB guns, and so they kick him out of school, right?
Oh wow.
When they kick him out, and mind you, you know what I'm saying, Daniel Northern, this nigga, he 6'10", you know what I'm saying? Like he plays the center position. And they was like, man, we want to bring you on, but we definitely gotta replace this position first. So we want you to go to Kansas for a year, and then we want to bring you on. I was like, bro, I'm not. So I went and visited the school in Kansas. I swear to God, Cali State. Look it up. I'm sending you
No, I believe you don't got. I'm telling you, I'm like, I believe you don't gotta.
bruh. So I go visit the school, right? I go visit. This shit, and mind you, I get off the plane. The first place they take me to is Wichita State. Now you remember at this current time, now this is
Wichita
20.
State at that time was.
This is 20. This is 2005 or some shit
I
like
know. I
that.
was like, a lot of
So,
niggas
so
like at that time, Wichita State had a stigma where it's like they didn't seem like it was that school, but
no,
now in like retrospect, Wichita State was a very very good school.
no. So the year before they had competed. Cleanthony, what's the brother name? Cleanthony
I know what you're talking
Edwards or
about.
Cleanthony something. He was on that team, you know what I'm saying, around that time. And so the brother, I mean, when they take me there, I'm like, okay, the brother, I mean, damn, it's a good spot to be. But then they take me to the junior college. So I jump off, and like I say, in Wichita, go to the school, in which I see the stadium, this, that, whatever. And then they take me to their junior college. Mind you, the junior college is 2.5 hours away from Wichita. So we ride for 2.5 hours, bro. I swear to God to you, for an hour and a half of that ride, I saw nothing but cornfields, bro. I saw cornfields on both sides of me, and it was as far as the eye can see. I was like, bro, I'm going to sleep, bro. I don't even want to.
What
So
people
that,
don't realize though, when it comes to that shit, is like what I saw is like, since my parents were older, like when I was getting calls from people, they didn't handle it. They just said, "Here, Darren." They, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's my real name, Darren. But like, "Here, Fluke, nigga, you handle it." I'm a young kid, so it's like when I'm talking to him,
I'm
my
gonna handle it.
ego's
I don't know,
involved. What a lot
bro.
of people don't realize is a lot of these people who, you know, a lot of these guys who get where they were is like, even though they parents don't know what's going on or they single parents don't know what's going on, they ride for their kids. So it's like, nah, he ain't talking, you talking to me. And like it's almost looked at, especially, and that's why a lot of them are where they are, is because they parent. parents, whatever the case may be, they rode and they tried to figure out the best situation. That's why they were able to get where they was. Like my parents didn't know nothing about none of that shit at the time, and it's like it makes me feel old because it's funny because it's like when you really look at it, it's like to see the difference in what it was now or when I was doing it to now. It's like I thought shit was advanced when I was doing it. It's like now see how shit is where niggas can't even be that good, but they can get a bag off of social media. Like you can get a bag off of just plays. Like if I was able,
Bro,
like I'm telling you right now, if I was doing what I was doing now in social media, nigga, I wouldn't even have to go nowhere. I would get a bag off of social media because I was dunking on niggas. I was
hold on.
putting up points. I would have got a bag just off of being on social media, bro.
Guess
Not
what's
even
so
giving a
crazy?
fuck about going to college and type shit.
Guess what's so crazy, bro? I swear to God, I put this on everything I love. Tonight, and instead of like I told you, I'm trying to stay away from boxing a little more because I'll start talking boxing and be on for too
It's not
long.
even that. You agree with me, nigga. 2023 for boxing is going to be a trash year. Tell me
We
I'm
going
wrong.
we gonna talk about it in a second. I want to say this real quick. I want to say this. There's a dude, a YouTuber, right, named Slim or some shit. I'm
Okay.
not real familiar with him. I just found him tonight,
Oh,
but
LeBron, you right, LeBron going crazy. This ain't right. They doing this to this man. How are you 38 years old, nigga, giving it like this ain't right, nigga? Go ahead, my bad. I'm sorry. This ain't right. They doing this to this nigga. Like this shit is some bull. Go ahead, my bad. This is some bullshit, bro.
the
I can't see
nigga,
my guy going out like this. Like Westbrook, where the fuck is you? Go ahead, my nigga.
why are you asking about Westbrook, bro?
Westbrook is gonna be a Hall of Famer. Am I
I
wrong?
agree. No, I
So
agree.
why is like my like nigga? You got Ron playing alongside respectfully Thomas Bryant and Troy Brown Jr.
Listen. And,
Who the fuck is that?
listen, we're gonna move forward. We're gonna move forward. Damn, I forgot what I was going to talk about.
My
Man,
bad,
fuck.
bro.
I
I
forgot what I
just
was going to.
watched it. I just be like, man, we're really out here. Like, I'm really like, I'm getting older. I'm really watching probably the Michael Jordan of our era. And they really doing this, man, like this. They got niggas like Troy Brown Jr., Thomas Bryant, Gabriel. Like, who is these niggas, bro?
Hey man, I ain't gonna hold you. I got 23 minutes.
Who
Twelve
is
thirty
these
is my
niggas?
12:30 is my cutoff time.
Yeah, you
So I got
yeah. That's probably
I
my
got
cutoff time too, because I'm not trying to be like
yeah.
I've been.
Well, it'll be. I think it's 10. I mean 11:30 for you, but I got 23 minutes. So man,
But
put them
you
up.
say you working from home right now though. I gotta go into that goddamn. I gotta wake up to the motherfucking office. But I'm at.
Yeah.
I love my look. I was talking all my shit basketball. I was like, oh yeah, I wish I. But I want to trade where I'm at for the world. Like it was a journey, but I am like I've been through a lot of shit. I'm still going through a lot of shit. Uh,
And you gonna
but I'm
continue,
blessed, man.
but you're gonna continue to go through a lot of shit. This is
Yeah, it's never gonna
and,
stop. But it's like when you're in a position where shit is taken care of, and but shit happens, that's a blessing. There's a lot of people where shit you go through a lot of shit, but it's not taken care of. That's when life is hard.
all right,
That's
man.
what
Listen,
people don't
I'm
understand.
stop it. We not going through the struggle shit, man. What we finna go through is I got 22 minutes. 22 minutes. And in these 22 minutes, you got to convince me outside of evil, right? And we're gonna go back and forth because I think we agree on certain shows. Let me ask, Game of Thrones. Where is Game of Thrones for you? Have you watched the full episode?
I could never get into Game of Thrones. It's too boring to me.
Oh, all right. See now, when you say that, when you say those type of things, Game of Thrones is one of the greatest shows ever. Bro.
I
One
ain't
of the
get into it.
greatest shows ever.
I
So
tried House
how
of
many?
Dragons too. I tried House of Dragons. This
No,
shit
no,
is
no.
too fucking boring for me.
I'm not a big fan of House of Dragons. I tried. Matter of fact, I watched it. Not a fan of it. Wasn't a fan.
Shit had
But
me sleep. Like,
House of Dragons versus Game of Thrones is totally different.
but see,
What did you get to in Game of Thrones? Let me ask that, and then
probably
you
like
go
the first season, episode 4, and I stopped.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. If it weren't for the pandemic, if it weren't for that, I would never be a Game of Thrones fan.
So that's a big reason, bro. That's like it's almost like, well, I like shit.
Right.
I gotta watch some shit.
No, no, because I had time, and I ain't gonna hold you. I actually tried to watch Game of Thrones 2 times before I really got into it. The first
See,
two
I did
times
the
I took,
same thing. I watched it maybe 2 times. I say 2 times. I tried over and over, but see, I'm biased because look, Lord of the Rings, that show, that's probably one of the worst shows in the world. But because I have such a nostalgia with Lord of the Rings, like I love the original, I watched every episode of that Lord of the Rings series on Amazon. It was trash, so I would never suggest it to nobody.
I stopped
But
watching
I
it.
watched it.
And I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan as well. But when it came to Rings of Power,
Shit.
I just couldn't watch that shit, bro. Like I couldn't watch it. I tried to, but I couldn't watch it, bro. God damn, man.
That shit just so weird. I'm like, why? Okay, so on the scramble for the ball, they don't call a foul, but on the pass for the ball and Struder going for it, then they call a foul. Like NBA is so weird, bro.
Well, it's hard to call a foul when ain't nobody got the
Don't call a
ball.
foul, period, on a scramble play. Let the
You can't.
fucking play happen. If you're not gonna
Yeah,
call a foul in the beginning, why you gonna call a foul in the finish? Like that's that shit where I'll be like, man, this shit is rigged, bro.
bro. LeBron, man.
The only reason why it's not a 20-point lead right now from the
LeBron ain't
Clippers
the
is because
good.
of LeBron.
LeBron ain't the goods, bro. He's not the goods no more.
He is the goods. He don't got no one to help him. Westbrook is not doing shit to help. Like, who does he have to help him other than Dennis Schroeder?
And they touched it. God damn it,
It's just sad, bro. It's almost crazy because I'm like, if AD was playing, man, that's 20 points on the board. But this nigga
man.
AD is
No.
29 years old and he plays 40 games.
Hey,
Fucking
Flu,
ridiculous,
hey,
bro.
Flu, I'm gonna be right back. We can once again. I got 15 minutes when I get back. I got
Yeah, you
15
good. Go
minutes.
ahead, because I'm about to talk shit right now. It's all gonna be about
Do your
AD,
thing.
nigga.
Do your thing. Do your
How the
thing.
fuck? Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. I'm around the same age as AD. And nigga, yeah, I take my breaks. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? I don't do what he does, where it's like you playing basketball every day, you can break down your body. But I'm just like, bro, I ain't had no injuries, nigga. You taller than me though. You 6'10", so I don't know what it's like to have a 6'10" body. So that probably plays a lot into it. But I'm just like, what the fuck, bro? Like, you doing any weightlifting? You doing any like how you getting injured so much, man? Like, how you have a nigga who's 38 years old out there playing the high level ball, and you out here sitting on the bench like, yo, I'm doing, oh, that's game. That's game. So that's game. Lakers finna lose. I'm gonna tell everybody right now, we're gonna be back tomorrow. Straight boxing talk. I got some things to talk about when it comes to 2023. I think it's gonna be the worst year in boxing. That's my personal opinion. Man, the owner of the Clippers is going
Let's
way
let,
too
let, let,
wild.
let, let,
He's
let's
acting
go
like the
ahead.
Lakers is full health. Do you see the
Let,
owner of the Clippers going crazy though, Dub? This nigga's
nah,
acting like he's playing a full healthy Lakers, bro. They don't have Austin Reeves. They don't have
man,
Lonnie Walker.
fuck
They
the
don't have
brother,
AD. Like,
brother, brother,
chill.
brother. Fuck the Lakers. The Lakers will be lucky to make the playoff. They'll be lucky.
They gonna make the play-ins. Like, come on.
Hold on. I didn't say the playoff. I didn't say the play-ins. I said the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll be
They
lucky
may
to make
make.
that, but they're gonna make the play-ins, and they'll probably win the play-ins. They gonna get to the playoffs. They like
All right.
if you. Well, let me say, if
Listen,
AD is healthy, if AD is healthy during the time of
you talking,
they'll
you
make it.
talking, you talk, you. It's too speculative right now.
Run that
We'll
nigga.
hold on. We will talk about that when it's time. We will talk about it when it's time. Okay? Is that cool?
I don't want to switch shit too up, but I didn't get a chance to ask you about how you felt about the Cowboys.
Oh,
Okay, all I wanted to ask real quick. I don't want to stay on this
no, no, no,
topic,
no.
but
Let me talk about that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Dak.
ahead.
I just want to ask you about Dak Prescott. Is he your quarterback for the future? Can he do what you need? That's all I want to ask.
No,
And then we're gonna
no.
move on.
I don't believe so. I don't believe
Cooper Rush
so.
is Cooper better than Dak?
Hell no.
Yeah, I
It's
need.
not. It's no, no.
Is Dak Prescott Trey Lance of the 49ers and Brock Purdy is the Cooper Rush of the Cowboys? Because the narrative when I don't like to bring in the race, but the narrative for the NFL is always like if you have that white quarterback that can pass in the pocket, he's always better.
Well, I think Dak is gonna be Dak is much better than Cooper Rush is. That's the first thing. The thing is um, Dak is a good quarterback. Dak is a good quarterback. The
I
problem
think so too.
is the problem is he's not elite. He and I've seen this multiple times. He doesn't when it's in crunch time. And I want to say this. I want to say that he's a fantastic leader. He's a fantastic motivator.
That's what
When
you
it's
need from
time
a
to
quarterback.
when it's time to throw the ball, though, when it's time to throw the ball, he ain't making, especially this year, he not making sound decisions, and
Can I
it's
argue
hard for me.
something?
Go ahead, you can argue whatever you want to.
This isn't me backing up Dak because I'm not a big football guy, so I don't know much. But my perspective,
Woo, Paul George, my
Dak
brother.
gets a lot of smoke, and I don't want to make this a race thing. He's a black quarterback, and a lot of people try to make black
Stop,
quarterbacks seem
stop,
like they're
stop,
turnover prone. I'm
stop.
not. I'm not saying that's what you're on. Let me just finish real quick, Doug. The coach is Mike McCarthy. Who did Mike McCarthy last have? Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Who was his coach before that? Jason Garrett. What the fuck has he done? He hasn't even been hired by. He's an announcer now,
No,
or a
well,
broadcaster now.
real quick, Jason Garrett was hired by the Giants, and then he resigned to go to Broad. I'm a fan of Jason Garrett, respectfully. I'm a
So I'm
fan.
just. I'm all I'm arguing is Dak hasn't had the correct. If Jameis Winston can continue to start and throw some shit for the Saints, I'm just saying for y'all to put Dak in the box that he's in, I think Dak is a very good. I think a lot of people aren't putting enough blame on the run game.
It wasn't. How
Ezekiel
honest can I
Elliott
be?
ain't shit, and he ain't been shit for the last 3 years.
It's not about Zeke. We've known
It
what
is. Y'all
Zeke
run
is.
game ain't shit.
We've known what Zeke is for a long time. We and
But then why y'all
I'm
so? But y'all are
if
run
you don't,
heavy.
if you gotta give me a chance to speak on it. You got go
But
ahead, ask your questions now. I want you to ask
so
your questions.
that's all I had to say. I just feel like the blame on Dak is unfair because you guys are putting it on two interceptions from Dak. But I personally put it on the coach. I say you guys are a run heavy team. You guys had the double threat when it came to Ezekiel Elliott and Troy Pollard. And in my personal opinion, Pollard was a much
Tony
better
Pollard,
running back.
Tony
He was
Pollard,
Tony
Tony
Pollard,
Pollard.
excuse me. He was a much better running back than Ezekiel Elliott. But you guys, when y'all drafted Ezekiel Elliott and y'all gave him that money, Ezekiel Elliott was supposed to be the star of your team, and he definitely isn't. But no one's talking about Elliott. When Pollard ended up going out and got injured, Elliott should have been able to carry it, but he couldn't because he's not that guy. So what do you have to do? You have to rely on Dak. And if you rely on Dak, I'm saying that's fine, but y'all don't got the receivers to rely on Dak, and you don't have the offensive line to rely on Dak. So that's just my point. I think it's easy to make Dak the scapegoat, but one, I put it on the coach. Well, no, no. Two, I put on the coach, but one, I put on the personnel. Why is Ezekiel Elliott still someone you guys rely on? Y'all should have been got rid of that nigga. Ezekiel Elliott is trash, and no one talks about it. And I'll
Let me know. Let me know when it's my
go
turn
ahead.
now.
Cook.
This is and this is the difference in what or not necessarily the difference. This is the problem with what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think I don't think that Zeke is trash. I do think Zeke is overpaid. I think he's very much overpaid. I agree with that piece of it.
Overpaid and overplayed.
Come on now, let me cook, bro. Let me cook a little bit. Let me cook a little bit, just a little bit. I agree with that piece of it. With Tony Pollard, especially with him getting hurt, you know what I'm saying? We understand what happened there. But if you look throughout the season, Tony Pollard, he had more yards rushing than Zeke did. You feel me? Tony Pollard was used on a regular basis, so I can't say that he was overlooked. I can't say that. The next thing is that in this current situation that we're looking at, it's a 17-point lead. How do you up by anyways? In this current situation, it regardless if you want to talk about the offensive line, it comes down to two things. It comes down to Dak Prescott and it comes down to Kellen Moore. It doesn't come down to Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, anybody on the line. It don't come down to them. It come down to two people, Dak and Kellen. And the problem is that what I've seen from both of them, right? Yeah, it's always good and it's always easy when you're leading. How do you react to adversity? And we've seen them fold under the pressure, both individuals, because you can't tell me an individual who calls more comeback routes, hitch routes, whatever you want to call them, five routes, whatever you want to call the shit. You can't tell me a motherfucker who call it more than Kellen Moore. One of my most hated routes. Let me tell you why it's one of my most hated routes. If Dak don't throw that bitch on the first hitch, then the cornerback know what's coming. He know what's coming, and that's what we saw. God damn, who was that?
Can I ask you this
Anyway,
too?
go ahead, brother.
Who was Mike McCarthy in his last like 5 years, 6 years? Who was he was the coach of his quarterback?
Aaron Rodgers.
What was probably the biggest weakness on most of those teams when it came to the
Their
offensive side?
their defense.
No. On the offensive side, what was their biggest weakness?
Receivers.
No, that's very
Well,
disrespectful when it came to someone like Randall Cobb and Devontae Adams. It was their running game,
they've had good running games.
but a lot of times their best running backs were injured a
E-
lot of
e-
time.
but
So
but
Mike
hold
McCarthy.
on,
So real
hold
quick, let me finish.
on,
Let me finish.
let me respond completely.
But
Just because, and this is how I look at it. I know how, and I can only speak from a Cowboys perspective. Even though Mike McCarthy is the head coach, uh, um,
you're gonna go back to the offensive coordinator.
Kellen Moore is going to be the one calling the
I
plays.
respect all that. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying, what is Mike McCarthy? What
Mark,
is his
Mark
comfortability?
Massey, Mark
I know,
Massey.
but what was his comfortability level when it came to the last 5 to 6 years him coaching? He had a quarterback that he always go back to and say, "Hey, just throw that thing and make something happen." Because
I,
majority of the time he was with Green Bay Packers, his run game was not there to be reliable on. Because if it was like me, I'm one of those guys, and a lot of people say you don't know football. I probably don't. I'm one of those guys who say Aaron Rodgers is way more talented than Tom Brady. Tom Brady had a much better team around him. Tom Brady, when he needed a run game, he had a run game. When he needed defense, he had a defense. When it came to Aaron Rodgers, majority of the time that he was playing for the Green Bay Packers, he had a run game, but a lot of times those guys were injured, and he had to rely on his receivers. And he had great receivers. Devontae Adams was one of the greatest. Randall Cobb is amazing. But then even going back to Jordy Nelson, absolutely amazing, right? But what I want to say with Mike McCarthy, he's never had a team where it was based solely on run first, then pass second. That was never the case with Aaron Rodgers. With the Cowboys, it was run first, pass second. So when he didn't have that option, he put the majority of the pressure on Dak to be Aaron Rodgers, and Dak can't be Aaron Rodgers because that's not who he is. And maybe
but
he
it's not.
can do that, but you also did not have the receiver core to do so.
But that's not what happened. That's not what happened.
That is what happened. CeeDee Lamb isn't going to be a Randall Cobb. CeeDee Lamb isn't going to be a Jordy Nelson. CeeDee Lamb's not going to be Devontae Adams.
CeeDee Lamb is better than Randall Cobb and Jordy Nelson. Facts.
Disrespectful.
Facts.
Ugh,
Facts. Man,
come on,
see,
bro.
man.
Jesus
All
Christ.
right, Flu. All right, Flu. You know
Nigga
what?
had one good season, bro. Do you
Like I
remember who
told
Jordy Nelson and Randall Cobb was?
like I told you,
That's 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 crazy, bro. You
I
supposed to
got
be a
to
Cowboys fan.
12-3.
Well, no,
I
that
got
your Cowboys fan is coming out to say CeeDee Lamb. This is his first good year CeeDee Lamb has had.
no,
You
no,
know how
it's
do you know
no,
how
it's
good
not.
Jordy Nelson
It's
was?
wait a
You
minute,
know how
wait a
good
minute,
Randall Cobb was? That's
wait a
so
minute.
that's so disrespectful,
See
bro.
you, but you capping
I'm
because you
not.
said you
Go
are
look at the
because you said
stats.
listen, bro. You just said that this is CeeDee Lamb's first good year. You just said that.
So you can't gauge how great. You can't say he's better than those two when he has not had a longevity of seasons where he's outperformed the two. Jordy Nelson was consistent for at least 5 straight seasons. Randall Cobb was consistent for 2 straight seasons.
Flew, you there? Testing, testing, one, two, three. Testing, testing, one, two, three.
I'm back. Y'all hear me?
All right.
I'm
Oh, you
saying
bet.
that's blasphemy, man. For you,
So, real quick. Just hear me out. Just hear me out, real quick, and then I want you to respond. And only going to the CD Lamb point. How
I'm not
long
sure.
has CD? Brother, let me finish. Let me get my shit off, bro. Let me get it off. How long CD Lamb has been in the league? 3 years, right? His first year, he had 74 catches for 934 yards and five touchdowns. Five touchdowns. Five touchdowns. His second year, he had 79 receptions for 1,100 yards and six touchdowns. This season, he had 170. Excuse me, I said 170. 170 receptions for 1,350 yards and nine touchdowns. Show me where Randall Cobb did better. Show me.
You want me to go Randall Cobb? Okay, I was going Jordy Nelson. You want me to go Randall Cobb?
Well, you said Randall Cobb.
No, I said Jordy Nelson and Randall Cobb.
Okay.
I'm saying
Well,
CeeDee Lamb. I'm like,
I
as
chose
of now, I'm not saying.
I chose Randall Cobb first, and
Okay,
then we'll
let me
go
let
to
me go
Jordy
let me go
Nelson.
let me go around because I went Jordy Nelson. So let me go Randall Cobb real quick.
Well, no, since you with Jordy, let's do Jordy first. Then
No, no, I've
we'll
already
do
changed
Jordy.
it. Come on, then. Hold
God
on.
damn.
I'm trying. I'm like I'm trying to
And
take a long time, so I'm trying to have this
I'm
shit.
not.
By
Listen,
the way, Randall Cobb is only 32, so we disrespecting the fuck out of this nigga.
how are we disrespecting him?
So you said the first year, what did CeeDee Lamb do?
In his first year, he had 74 catches, 935 yards, and five touchdowns. Do you
The
want the
fuck is
rushing
this
yards
guy?
as well? You want the rushing yards?
Oh, I'm trying to get where I can just easily see him from the beginning.
I'll find the shit. I'll find the shit because clearly you can't find the shit.
You know they always put the like most recent shit, so you gotta like go find. You gotta
Well, we
go.
should. That's what we should be going off of.
No, we got to go from the beginning, like when he first came into the league, because that's what you coming off of. You comparing the rookie year, right? Because we all know when Randall Cobb came in his rookie year, he wasn't that good. So
We
50 for
pulling it up now.
25, 375 yards his rookie year.
Didn't do nothing that CeeDee Lamb did.
His
And
second
I want
year,
you to
15
hold
for
on, hold
80,
on.
900.
I want you to find his best year. Forget because I want you to find his best year.
No, no, no. Because you said what was CeeDee Lamb's first year?
CeeDee Lamb first year was 74 catches, 935 yards, and five touchdowns.
And then what was his second year?
His second year was 79 catches, 1,100 yards, and six touchdowns.
So his second year for Randall Cobb was 15, 80, 954 yards.
Say it again.
He basically 954 yards total catching yards.
So
Randall Cobb.
it wasn't CD Lamb is better than Randall Cobb. We agree.
But I don't, I
Okay.
don't, I don't agree with that because we're talking about.
Oh man, come on, man. Ain't no way you can sit here and look at these two niggas. Okay, so you
Well,
telling
so,
me
so this is how I look at it. I look at it the same way as basketball. We're talking about two different eras. I'm like, the game changed where receivers have a lot more freedom for them to be able to have a lot more offense. The game is more of an offensive game. So if we're talking about someone in their second year having 1,100 compared to Randall Cobb, who's smaller, having 954, I think that's more effective because we're talking about a game in 2012 that was not centered around offense being able to make more plays. It was more of a defensive game compared to now. So I actually think it's very similar. That's my opinion. I understand if you feel like it's different, but that's how I look at shit. I'm like rule changes, how shit is going right now. I'm like the game is more offensive based. It's more for the offense to have more success because of how the rules have changed compared to 2012. By the way, he's 32 years old right now. So Randall Cobb is 22 at that time. How old is CeeDee Lamb? I'm sorry, he was 21 at that time because it's 2023. How old is CeeDee Lamb? Figuring Dub probably went to the break or something like that. He's at his little
Hold on,
point too, because
hold
he
on, hold
said
on, hold on, hold on. What? Say it again. What was the question? What was the
CeeDee
question?
Lamb is 23 years old right now. Randall Cobb was 21 years old when he did 954 yards in a much tougher league when it wasn't for offense.
How is it a much tough man? Mike, see, this
There
is the
wasn't rule
bias.
changes. You tell me there's
Go ahead,
not rule
go ahead,
changes for it to
go
be more of
ahead,
an offensive game. You
go,
don't agree with that. There wasn't rule changes for it to be more of an offensive, for it to tailor toward the offense more. That's why we're seeing more points scored, the quarterback not being touched, the middle of the field. Obviously, it used to be a linebackers game in the middle of the field. Now it's a receivers game in the middle of the field. You're saying none of that happened? It's the same as that game it was in 2012 than it is now in 2023.
once again, amazing. This is amazing, and it's amazing that at this current moment in time, and I want to make sure I'm correct on what I'm saying. I don't want to put you in no box, Flu. So what you're telling me is Randall Cobb is a better receiver than CeeDee Lamb. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, right now, absolutely, because you can go off his
Stop
body of
the
work.
cap! Stop the cap! This nigga, bro, you capping, bro. I understand how you feel about individuals.
All right.
I understand it. I understand it. But you capping, bro. Ain't no way, man. Randall Cobb can't hold CeeDee Lamb jock, man. It
Wow.
is what it
That's
is,
so
man.
disrespectful to Randall Cobb. Oh my God.
I'm a
You definitely a
Randall.
Cowboy fan saying some
No,
crazy shit like
I'm
that.
a fan. I'm a fan. Randall Cobb played for us at one point in time. I'm a fan of
You're
Randall
definitely a
Cobb.
Cowboy fan saying some shit like that.
No,
That's so
I'm a
disrespectful to Randall
man.
Cobb. God damn.
See.
That's like
You won't
saying
be
Lamar Jackson
you
is better
won't
than
be
Michael
honest.
Vick.
You won't be honest, bro. You
You
won't be
fucking
honest.
crazy.
You won't be you refuse to be honest. Okay, so tell me this is all I'm asked right here. And if you can prove this to me and tell me this, I will tell you I'm capping and that I'm wrong. I will tell you that, Flu. Now, don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna wait till you come back because I want you to hear
Go
this.
ahead.
Now, you can hear me? You good?
Yeah, go ahead.
So tell me one season that the great and once again I got love for Randall Cobb. The great brother Randall Cobb. Tell
You
me
definitely
one.
don't talk. It's talking about somebody who's been in the
I
league for
can't,
two
bro. I
years.
can't even finish without you cutting me off. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
No, I'm just saying that's blasphemy saying you got love for somebody and you saying somebody who's been in the league for 2, 3 years is better than somebody whose longevity in the league has been proven.
I'm going off of the best season that these individuals have had. That's what I'm going off of. You tell me a season that was better than 107 catches, 1,359 yards, and 9 touchdowns. You tell me a season that Randall Cobb had that was better than that. Tell me one. I'll wait.
I got you. Hold up a second. Let me pull up my fact checker because I got it right here. Let me pull up the fact checker. And you said, what would you say? What'd you say? What was the
Say it
stat?
again. Hold
What'd you say the
on. Say
stats
it
was?
again. For CeeDee Lamb,
Yeah, what'd you say? Randall Cobb wouldn't be better than?
I said, give me a year that Randall Cobb had better stats than 107 receptions, 1,359 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. Give me a situation where Randall Cobb had better numbers than that.
He didn't have more yards or receptions, but he had more touchdowns. 12 touchdowns was the most he had in the yard in a season. 12,870 was the best year. Um, longest
What?
catch, 70
Oh,
yards.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. You said 12,000? 12,000 what?
12,087.
1,200. 1,200.
I'm sorry, 1,200. I'm sorry, my bad.
thank you.
I'm fluent. So, but yeah,
No, no.
187,
What you say?
12
That,
touchdowns. So he had more touchdowns.
so, and what year in Randall Cobb's career was that? Respectfully to
2014.
Randall Cobb. What year was that for him?
I said 2014.
No, no, no. I'm saying how many years had he been in the league?
Oh, 3 years before that happened.
So what we're saying right now is that CeeDee Lamb beats him in two or three categories, is the number one receiver. Even when Randall Cobb made these numbers happen, he wasn't the number one receiver. Jordy Nelson was the number one receiver. That's a fact. And so
So
now we're
you're
gonna see.
proving my
Oh,
point. So I just
wait a minute. Wait, let me finish my
you,
point, bro. Let me
I know
finish.
you're
Let me
proving
finish.
my point, saying it like he was a second,
Go
like he
ahead.
was a second
Go
option
ahead.
and he
Go
got those
ahead.
numbers.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you understand? Like, if CeeDee Lamb was the second option, do you think he would get the numbers he got? Like, you're proving my point. He got that as a second option. He was a second option for majority of his career with Jordy Nelson being there. So if I put up Jordy Nelson's numbers, it would be way better than CeeDee Lamb's. And we're talking about during a time where offense wasn't the main focus; it was defense. All of the rules catered toward the defense. They changed the rules so the middle of the field changed from the linebacker being able to take advantage of the wide receiver to now the wide receiver having the advantage. Also, obviously, the tuck rule with the quarterback, the Tom Brady rule, a lot of people say. The game is more offensive. Also, you can look at it. There's more points being scored now. So it's like, come on. I'm like, I understand. I'm like, yeah, statistically, we can go off statistics. It's the same thing with basketball, but it's like the game has changed. Like Luca scoring all these points, he's a beast. I give respect to Luca. And I'm like, nigga, you couldn't score what you scored during Kobe Bryant's era. There's a reason why Kobe Bryant got one. He's a top level when it comes to scoring in a season. Michael Jordan. I'm like, come on. Like, you can never touch that because I'm like, during those eras, defense was the main priority. Defense was the main priority for both of these leagues. So it's like, it's like, I understand it. I'm not saying CeeDee Lamb is trash. CeeDee Lamb is a very, very good receiver, but to disrespect someone like Randall Cobb and Jordy Nelson, it's like, it's that's like disrespecting Calvin Johnson. Like, that makes no sense to me. I'm like, CeeDee Lamb is a solid player, but I'm like, he's only 3 years, 2 years into the league. And he's the main wide receiver for his fucking team. There's no one else anyone's looking for. He doesn't have a tight end. He doesn't have a second option. He should have that many yards. The game is built for that to be the case. Why is that a diss? I don't understand. So it's like, I agree with you. I just don't agree when you're saying he's better than some of these receivers who came up during a time where like the game wasn't complemented to make sure that stats everything on the offensive side. I'm probably tripping. I'm like, maybe that's just who I am, man.
Stop the cap. Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you, flu. You know I got love for you, and I want to argue. I want to argue. I'm gonna stand very true to my principles. I don't want eight
Cowboy
minutes
fan,
over.
nigga.
I don't want 8 minutes over, and so I gotta say salute to you, my brother. I'm out for the night, but we will rock
I was
again.
perfect. No. Yeah, say your last word. Tell the people your last word. I'm like, this is perfect. This is why. Damn, I'm like, damn, why always niggas gonna come in when we about to end it? Phone booth boxing. I haven't like this. I think it's the first time being
Hey,
here. I
no,
appreciate
no,
you,
no,
bro.
don't worry
We're gonna
about
be
phone
back
booth.
tomorrow, though. We're gonna be back
Don't worry about
tomorrow
don't worry about the
talking
brother
boxing. Go ahead,
phone
Doug.
booth. Phone booth is a troll, bro. Respectfully, the phone booth.
Oh, for real?
Respectfully,
That's why I
I
love
don't,
Dub. Dub let me know what's happening in the boxing world. That nigga's the dog.
I done been on multiple panels, or not necessarily panels,
Dub
but
calling you out, phone booth.
yeah,
He said you a troll, nigga.
I'm just saying when it is what it is, bro. I done been in multiple situations rocking with phone booth, and he be on
That's why
some
I
other
fuck
shit.
with Dub. Dub keep me on game with this shit that's happening. But not say your last word because I'm like I'm on the same thing. I'm like we don't need to go any later than this because it was really like a basketball shit. But tomorrow, Dub, it's gonna be straight boxing talk. I want to talk about specifically how 2023 is gonna be one of the worst years as a boxing fan with phone booth man. He's like now I'm a troll. Phone booth. If you really about it, come back tomorrow. We're gonna talk strictly. Y'all just haters. I don't know, phone booth. I don't know you. This is the first time I ever seen you in here. So low ball. It's hard for me to say you not a troll because I like low ball in my mind. I feel
Flu,
like you in here
flu,
because you
flu,
saw
flu,
Dub's logo.
flu,
I'm fucking
flu,
with you.
flu,
I'm talking shit.
flu. Do
Don't be
not
in here if you can't
entertain.
take no shit talking phone booth.
Don't entertain the shit. If you drop the
We
link
got
right
you.
now, if you drop the link right now, and trust me,
It's there already.
I done been around this brother. I done been around this brother, and I'm just saying, I done been around. I done heard. He, the brother is a troll.
Phone
Respect.
booth. You got to come back tomorrow because I'm like tonight it was like Lakers talk. We were talking TV shows. Like this wasn't straight boxing night, but tomorrow was gonna be straight boxing. I'm going to be talking about how 2023 is going to be one of the worst years for boxing fans. I hope Dub is going to be able to get up in here, you know what I'm saying, so he can challenge me and tell me why it's not going to be the case. But tomorrow, the live stream is going to be straight boxing. Tonight, it was just, me and Dub having a good time. So I'm like, if you want to talk that boxing, come back tomorrow. You came toward the tail end of the things. I appreciate you being here. Hit the like button. But go ahead, Dub. Any last words for the people before we get up out of here?
Absolute man, my last words. Appreciate you, Flew. Tomorrow, man, they got a debate. What time you going live, Flew, bro? What time you going live? You know,
Um,
and the reason I asked, I gotta try to. You are one of the few channels that I love to rock with because I feel like you're a very genuine individual. You know what I'm saying? And so I rock with you on. I rock with niggas. I rock with who I rock with. It is what it is. But man, what time tomorrow? Because it's a debate going on that starts, I believe, at 8:30. It'll be Devin versus Tank. We got who you got?
why?
Who you got, bro?
Healthy.
Devin.
That that's why I don't do panels, bro. Because
This ain't a panel. It's a debate. I ain't
or debate.
and
That's why
I
I don't
want
do panels or I don't do the debates because I'm like, this is why I'm going to do this topic where I say it's one of the worst years in boxing because we're talking about shit that's never going to happen. And for us boxing channels, especially the bigger ones, we try to stay relevant. We try to keep people intrigued, and we make these fancy. I'm not that type of guy. Devin versus Tank ain't never finna happen, no time soon. So I'm not even going to tell you who I got because that's not going to happen.
I,
Respectfully,
nah, I don't think the shit gonna happen. I don't. I
respectfully,
hope
it
it
sound
happens.
it like it's fun to talk
I
about. It's
hope
fun to
it happens.
debate.
I hope it
The
happens.
only fight we should be hoping to happen is Javante versus Ryan Garcia, and I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, I think Oscar and Ryan they just came out and said that they agreed and signed a contract. I
You also
believe they
see
said
Oscar doing every single post with his shirt off with them fake abs, and you don't want to tell nobody he got that surgery. I don't got
security,
time for that bullshit.
security.
I don't
But
got time for it. I'm like Oscar, put his shirt on, nigga. I know you just got that surgery for them fake
all right,
ass
all right, all right.
abs, but
Hey,
I don't got
fuck.
time for this shit, bro.
We gon' I'm gonna try to rock with you tomorrow.
No, you could no.
Man,
Like most likely, if you do the debate, I'm still gonna be live because like I'm gonna go live probably around like 8:39 my time because that's around usually the time I get home from like work and then I do my workout. So I'm probably gonna go
man,
live around like 9.
check the private chat. You know what I'm saying? Email me.
I gotta get
I'll
you the
send you
show.
my
I'm like tonight was about the show, so I'm like I want to check out some of the shows because I'm like I'm at the end of Evil, so
no,
and
no,
I'm gonna check out
I'm more.
Left for Dead or whatever.
I want to talk to you more about the shows than boxing and all that. To be honest,
Well,
because
I
go
like
ahead,
the
go ahead.
live like one of the firest lives to me was when we did the Adrian Broner live and like we started off talking
Woo!
about it and nigga we went in just talking fire shit like that was one of the firest lives to me.
Bro,
I'm like
but
when
but,
it's
but
outside of the
we weren't lying. We was just keeping it a book, bro. Like, and that's what one
110% with y'all niggas, y'all young
one
niggas.
of
We
the reasons
trying
I
to
fuck with
let y'all know.
one of the reasons I fuck with you because you keep it a buck, and I believe I keep and from my perspective, anybody else's perspective may be different, but I think I keep it a buck every
You
day,
do.
all day. You feel me? That's how I feel. But
That's why but that's why
go
for
ahead.
this channel, like my biggest thing is like it's boxing. I love boxing, but it's like I don't want to be put in a box where it's just boxing. Like I love
I want to be
boxing,
able to
but
talk everything, bro. I
yeah,
want to be able to
I
talk.
can't be that nigga where every live stream I'm thinking about, okay, let's talk about, Devin Haney versus Javante, or let's talk about Ron Garcia versus Teofimo Lopez. Like, I like that. For me, that don't do nothing for me. Like, I want to watch the Lakers game, or maybe, what I'm saying, Adrian Broner. Like, nobody's reacting to Adrian, but like, nobody's talking about Adrian Broner right now. And it's like, it's not about him boxing. It's just about like,
What did you think
there's more
about?
shit to boxing.
But what did you think about what came out about Hank Lundy and Hank Lundy supposedly not being able to fight over in y'all not real. Come on, bro.
No, I don't mind that. No, no, that don't mean nothing to me. Like when Phone Booth says like y'all not real boxing fans, like I don't mind it. If you don't think I'm a real boxing fan, I'm okay with that. It's like, bro, like I don't do this YouTube channel to convince you I'm a real boxing fan. I don't care. All I know is I'm gonna be watching Anthony Yard versus Artur Beterbiev this weekend. Are you? All I know is I got UK fans on this channel. Do you? So I'm like, you say I'm not a real boxing fan, but I'm pretty sure the only shit you talking about is US boxing. I talk about it all.
Man,
So
this
let me
nigga,
know what type of time you
he,
on, Phone
bro,
Booth.
bro, bro, don't do
Fuck
that.
out of here. I don't care about Errol
He's a
Spence and
troll, bro.
Terrence Crawford and that
He's a
bullshit.
troll, bro. He's a troll. He's
No,
not
no,
a real.
even if he's not a troll, like even if he really like feels that way, I'm not a real boxing fan. It's like, I'm okay. That's why I'm showing your comment because I appreciate your opinion, bro. Because I want to know why you feel that way, and it's not even me addressing it. Like, express it. I don't care if you think I'm not a real boxing fan. Shit, I'm not. I don't care, bro. I'm like, nigga, I don't want to be put in a box. I don't. I enjoy it all,
Do
but
not,
I'll
bro,
guarantee
bro.
you right
Don't
now, I'll
listen,
probably
flu,
name off a lot more boxers than you know. Cause
flu,
nigga,
flu,
you probably want to talk about Javante Davis and Devin Haney and all this shit. That's what I'm
flu,
saying. Crawford beats all those UK fighters. Like, nigga, you probably can't name no UK fighters.
flu. Don't entertain that, bro. The nigga is a troll, bro. I'm trying to tell you. I didn't seen the nigga operate, bro. He a troll, bro. Like when when nigga, there are certain things that people can say that let me know from the beginning. Me and you ain't talked about Crawford at all tonight, bro. We ain't talked about that.
I know. And then all of a sudden he brings it. I'm like,
But
nigga,
this is the
nobody
first
talked
thing
about
that
this
comes
nigga.
up.
No.
I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that, bro. We
I know.
cannot fall into that.
I know. Niggas was
It's
talking about. Nigga, we were talking about fucking Randall Cobb and CD
right,
Lamb.
bro.
Niggas.
We done talked about everything else, but that shit, bro. And what did he come in? This is
No,
what
I'm not.
he.
I'm not. I'm not mad at it. Like it's like that's why I give this is like when the time is right, I'll have the link and you have a chance to come up in here and talk your shit tonight. And nigga, you came into a basketball stream and us going into talking about TV shows and then football. Like nigga, this ain't even a boxing stream. Like that was the secondary topic just in case, which ended up happening. The basketball game was trash. But anyways, Deb, I don't want to. I don't want to keep you. I don't even want to keep myself. Like, go ahead. Tell you, last night we're gonna be back tomorrow night for show for show for the live phone booth. You can definitely come back. I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna be dropping a link tomorrow too. So if you want to, come in and speak your truth and say whatever you want to say, phone booth, you want to have that opportunity tomorrow. But go ahead, Doug. Say your last word. What do you want to say to people?
Hey, before I say my last words, I ask one question. Man, give me something, flu. I need a show. I done got through New Amsterdam. I'm in this. I know you keep saying evil. Email me or something so I can find evil because I ain't been able to find that motherfucker like I
I'm gonna
want
be so
to.
mad, bro.
What you mean?
Evil. It's like all you got to put in is evil. But okay, if you can't find it,
Bro. So I want to give you my full scope on how I tried to find evil. Right.
if I was on my
So
computer and I was on my
hold
phone,
on,
I
hold
literally
on,
would
hold on,
pull it.
hold
Like
on,
I would
bro.
pull this shit up for you to see it, bro. That's what makes me so
Bro,
bad.
I was so I got and I rarely go to my Cody shit, right? I rarely go to my Cody shit. I got Cody, you feel me? And usually I can find it if I can't find it on and because of where I work, you feel me? I got free direct TV, you know what I'm
I don't
saying? I
think it'll
got
be on Cody
Netflix.
to be real. You got to go
And
to
that,
Paramount Plus,
but
bro. You got to
it's
go
not
on
hold on.
Paramount Plus if
Ain't,
you're using the
ain't
app.
no hold on, ain't no way it's on Paramount and it ain't on Cody, bro. Cody got everything.
I know, but I'm like, It was originally on CBS the first season, and then it got switched over to Paramount Plus the last two seasons.
Man,
That's where it's kind of
look,
weird.
do you see my email in the back chat?
Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna send it to you. Like I copied the email, so I'm gonna send you the link for Evil. Well, at the very least, just so you know what you're looking for. Because the nigga, I'm like the fact that you didn't see Luke Cage, it bugs me. Because I'm like the nigga who played Luke Cage is the main star, the bald, dark skinned nigga with the goatee. And
Send
he like,
that, send that
that's right.
shit
Look,
to me.
hold on. You know what?
I
Why am
can't
I
even.
on some bullshit? I'm
I
finna show you
can't
right
even.
now,
No,
bro.
no, 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 just send it to my email. And I swear, bro, I've been trying to find it. I'm like, God damn, I can't find that shit, bro.
Nah, bro,
Like,
I'm finna find it. That's why I know you on some bullshit, bro. You ain't on no real shit. Look, this
I
is
ain't on
it.
no real shit. Nah, I ain't on no real
This is
shit.
it. Hold on.
I'm not saying that it's not. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm not saying that.
No, I'm not saying it's not real. I know you're not saying that's right. I know it's hard to find like certain shit, but I'm telling you, man, this is the most firish, bro. This is it. Because I'm like, you'll see. This is what you always see on the joint. This.
Man, all right. Hold on. Watch this.
I know
Watch
you've
this.
seen that before, bro, and you passed it a million times. Because I did the
I have.
same shit.
Hold on. I'm gonna do it right now, bro. I swear to God.
Evil,
Now watch
bro.
this. Hold on, before
This
I get
shit
off
is
with you.
fire, my nigga.
Before I get off with you. Watch this. And I want you to know I ain't booked, bro. I'm trying to. And the real reason is because I done ran through a couple shows. Nigga, I tried to watch this. I tried to
And be
watch the show
careful,
earlier.
Dub. I'm telling you, if you have any like discrepancies in your life or any problems, when you watch Evil, it's gonna make you just be ready. Like that shit make you be like, damn, nigga, I need to go to a Catholic church or a Baptist church. I need to get baptized. Nigga.
I'm and I'm doing it the ugly way this time. I never
That shit
do
make
this.
you rethink everything. That's how fire that show is,
Hold
man.
on, wait a minute. I'm doing it the ugly way. Guess how
Show
I'm
you, nigga.
doing it? I done went down and I show. Hold on. Oh, I can't. I ain't
All
got
you
no.
gotta do is type it in your phone, Evil, bro. This is what
Nah,
it look
bro.
like.
Nah. I don't. So I got my fire stick going right now, and I'm typing evil in right now. Let's see what come up.
This is what you
Evil.
gotta see. You gotta see the black nigga with the bald head and the white bitch next.
So the first thing that come up is Resident Evil.
No,
Okay.
no.
Hold on. Second thing, evil. And let me read this out. It
Do
says,
you see the black nigga with the bald head?
brother. Not well. It don't say nothing. It just say evil. Then it
That's it.
says, hold on. Then it says skeptical female clinic
That's it.
psychologist.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's it.
This is
That's what
what
you
I
need to
need
be
to be watching.
watching. That's it, nigga.
All
You
right.
finna be on.
And it's 3 seasons.
Yes, that's it, nigga. That's it, nigga. Tell me
Hey,
like tomorrow, bro. If you
nope,
end up
nope,
coming
nope,
on my
nope,
live
nope,
tomorrow,
nigga.
watch this.
Hey,
Just watch
good
just the
night.
first two episodes, bro.
I was about to say good night. I'm starting now. Good night.
Watch the first two
Hey,
episodes,
hey.
bro.
And I do want to say one thing though. I do want to say one
Go
thing.
ahead. Say your last words so we can get the fuck up out of here and enjoy the rest of our night.
Flu, bro, I got so much love for you. I got so much appreciation for you. Thank you, bro. Always, man, you know I rock with you. You always rock with me, man. Thank you, bro. It's so much
Nigga,
love.
done.
And man, just always know at the end of the day, bro, I fuck with you, bro. I fuck with you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Appreciate everybody up out here, man. I thought maybe I would get Zen up here, Zen popping up here, Zen doing his thing, man. Zen younger, you know what I'm saying? So I understand what you know what I'm saying? He getting his shit right. So I appreciate Dub whenever he pops up in here, you know what I'm saying? He makes the shit go. We went longer than we expected. Tomorrow I'm gonna be back. He gonna be talking boxing, strictly boxing, no basketball, nothing like that. I got a lot of opinions that I want to talk
Hey,
about when it
hey,
comes to
hey,
boxing,
hey,
for sure.
Flu. Leave LeBron alone. Leave LeBron and the Lakers alone. Leave
I
them
love
alone.
LeBron. That's my guy.
No. What you got to do? You got to leave them alone for a second and allow them to get their footing. My God, let's just hope that they make the playoffs. Respectfully. Let's hope they make the playoffs. But I'm out, man. And thank you, bro. Much love to you, Flu. Hey. So this is what I'm gonna tell you. When I come back and talk to you tomorrow, I'm probably gonna be 4 or 5 episodes in, and so I'll be able to talk early on the season with you.
I already know you're gonna
So
be fucking
just
with it, man. This is one of the firest episodes. I mean, fire TV shows I ever. Just be ready because I'm like,
the
you're gonna
shit
be
better
watching
be
that
good.
shit. It's gonna make you feel the way. Like you're gonna be thinking about spiritual shit. You're gonna be thinking
A,
about
t- a
darkness. You're gonna
TV
be like, what
show,
the fuck?
a TV show can't make me think about nothing I ain't already thought about. So
But it's gonna
it
enhance it.
is what.
Like
Good. Hey, salute to you, bro. I'm out. What time is it? Hey,
double
I
salute,
said
11:55. Yeah.
I said 12:30. We going to 1 o'clock, but double salute to you, bro, and much
Enjoy the
love,
rest of your night.
much love.
I don't want to keep you up. Everyone else enjoy the rest of your night for sure, man. This was a good time, man. It's been a long hiatus since I've been back. Well, it's not a long hiatus, but it's been 4 days. But that's a long time to me. But it was a good. This was definitely a great live to come back to. I had nothing but a great time. Even though the Lakers lost, it's all good. But we're gonna be back tomorrow. It's gonna be street boxing, no basketball, nothing like that. So all the boxing fans, y'all can come up here, go crazy. Phone booth boxing. If you want to talk that shit, be a troll. You'll have your opportunity tomorrow. But for tonight, all I want to say to people is blessings, positivity, love. Look,
Hey, and real quick,
but
phone booth, man, come back
that's
tomorrow,
what I'm
bro.
saying. Yeah,
Come
phone
back
booth, come back
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Don't show
We're gonna
love,
be
bro.
lit tomorrow. It's gonna be just
Don't show
boxing tomorrow. Like
love.
tonight, it wasn't boxing, so it's like,
Jump, jump on the panel. Jump on the panel, man.
oh,
You
he
more
said,
than welcome.
what the fuck is evil? So that's how I kind of get a gauging of Dub saying like you a troll. Like for you to say that is like if you was paying attention, we talking TV shows,
I,
so
I,
it's like we're not talking boxing.
I done seen it. That's why I say I done seen this nigga on respectfully to him, respectfully. I done seen him on multiple. I done seen him in multiple places, and he always seems to be a contrarian. But you can be a contrarian on other shows
On here,
and come show love over here. And
I'm one of the
so we got
rare
to get another.
platforms.
There we
I
go.
give
There
y'all
we go.
trolls an opportunity to speak. So if tomorrow, if you want to talk your shit, tomorrow I'm gonna be dropping the link. It's gonna be straight boxing. You'll have your opportunity to come in. You
But be
can't just be a
consistent.
like it's easy
Be
to type
consistent.
shit. It's
Right.
real easy to type shit, but I want to hear you talk this shit. If you have some shit to talk, you want to talk. That's why I fuck with J Rock. When J Rock come, he talking shit. Like I be thinking he a troll, but then he talking shit also. So I'm like, I want to see if you bold enough to talk that shit and to be a troll, actually speaking it rather than just texting, because that's a whole different thing. You know what I'm feeling? So
Facts.
like
Facts.
you saying, what the fuck is evil? We talking TV show. This ain't straight boxing. Nigga, if you read the title, we talking Lakers game, we talking boxing, and then also we talking TV show. So go
And,
go
and
ahead.
Flu, real quick, Flu, like my last point. Hey, bro, once again, I I need you to start a show. I don't want to start it. I want you to start a show. You feel me? I want it to be on your platform. So because you say when you start saying people start shows and let's collab and these type of things, people want to feel like you trying to take they talents. No. I want you to, man, start a show where if you want to, if you want to. If you don't want to, understand as well. But man, we just think about what we talk about, right? Me and you, we'll talk about boxing all day, and then we'll have conversations about damn near anything else, and it'll be good conversation. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
And
want to be on that shit. I don't want it just to be. Like, I love
why not?
boxing, but I'm like
Why not?
niggas is like
Why not?
I'm like you a Cowboys fan. You see me. I'm
And
talking about Randall Cobb and all that stuff. It's like LeBron. You
we,
see, like why can't
we
we
ain't
be
gotta.
diverse? Like niggas coming like, how's the boxing channel? But you talking basketball and football? Like nigga, why not? Like why niggas got to be so one track mind? I'm like, do you understand? Like in life, if you're diverse, that's how you have the most like success. If you're just one track mind on one thing, I'm like, yeah, you can have success, but you're limiting your capabilities. I'm
I
like, you
agree
only
with
have so much time on this earth. Don't let someone push you in a box. Don't let that happen, people. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Don't let someone push you in a box where you have to just specifically talk about this one thing, specifically give information on this one thing. Like, yeah, okay, that is the opportunity that you can have. If you can make a whole lot of money out of that, go ahead and take that route. But at the end of the day, if that's not the case, nigga, don't let nobody put you in no box. Do what you gotta do. I'm talking about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. That's all I'm on. That's it. That's all I'm expressing. Life is nigga a circle of a whole lot of different shit. So I'm like, if you enjoy talking about a whole lot of different things, talk about it. Your channel.
that. I agree with you, bro. I
Respect.
agree. And man, I just got love for you because you ain't did nothing but show me love. You feel me? And
That's all I
so
got, man.
whenever
Dub, I appreciate you, bro.
whenever you rocking, I'm rocking. And man, have a good night. Be safe, bro. You feel me? Hey, last question. Last question.
Go ahead.
What you on? What you on tonight, man? What you on?
Tonight for the rest of the night, I'm probably gonna eat some food and I'm gonna rock. I'm gonna watch some.
Nah, what you
I'm
drinking,
I'm
man?
I'm gonna
What you drink?
depend on.
What you drinking?
Oh, a drink. Oh, you already know. Look, I'm gonna put. I try not to put in it because I want to make sure I get monetized. But I'm gonna put it in real quick. I stay with little margaritas. So y'all know, man. I used to be fluent on a whole nother level before I came here, but I keep it real, little tipsy side of the game, but tipsy. Eat some good food. I'm either gonna watch Evil or I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna watch the rest of Evil or I'm gonna try and start The Last of Us. Because I've been trying
Like,
to start The Last of Us. That's an hour and 25 minutes of a first episode. So that means I'm going to sleep at 2 in the morning, basically. So it's like I'm looking
bro,
forward to that.
no. Hold on. Okay, so I'm definitely watching. And I might fall asleep on. I ain't gonna hold you. But the good thing is I'm getting off with y'all. I said y'all. I'm getting off with you, and I have my opportunity to watch it, even if I fall asleep on that shit. You feel me? Tomorrow, I already got pretty
You
much my
enjoy it, bro.
tickets and shit.
Trust me. I'm like Last of Us. Like
I
if you tried to watch Last of Us and you got bored, I'm like Evil is not that. Trust me.
did you like Last of Us? Did you like it?
No, I've been trying to watch the first episode of that for the last 4 days, and every time
That
I watch
shit
it, I'm like.
hard. That shit,
I'm like,
that
this
first
shit
episode.
boring, them motherfucker. I'm like, they trying
God,
to they I am
man.
legend, my nigga, and they don't got Will Smith.
Yeah, bro, like man,
The fuck?
what killed me is you want to have these shows and the first you can't have a boring first episode, bro. You can't do that.
Like, bro,
You
I
gotta
like the first 20, like that's why I feel like you gonna fuck with Evil. I'm like, the first 30 minutes is crazy. I'm like, with Last of Us, the first 20 minutes, I'm like, by
what
the
the
way,
fuck is going on?
phone book
And
boxing. I don't know about boxing. I know more about boxing than you, and trust
stop,
me.
stop. Don't address the brother no more. Don't address him. I
I know.
told you,
I know.
don't
He's
address
probably
him.
an out of shape nigga who thinks he knows what the fuck he's talking about. I'm like, if you don't think I know about boxing, bro, we can set up a sparring match. You want to work? Let me know.
But no,
Let me know.
bro, hold on,
I ain't done it
real
in a
quick.
year. I ain't done it in a year, but I
Man,
kept myself in
do
shape.
not,
So if you
do
don't
not,
think I
do
know
not
about boxing,
stop,
let's
stop,
find out, broski. Let's find
Don't
out,
let
bro.
that.
Let's put
Do
these
not
hands
let
on. I'm like, there's a lot
the
of
lot.
YouTube
Do
boxing
not
going
let
on.
that
I don't got
nigga
no
get.
problem doing this shit.
Bro,
I just
don't let
ain't
that
that
nigga.
big where no one gives a fuck about me. But I'm like, nigga, I trained this shit. So I'm like, what?
I give a fuck, bro. I
Phone
give a fuck.
boo. No,
I give a
no,
fuck,
not
bro.
you. Phone boo.
I give.
You
Stop,
trolling.
stop,
Y'all don't know about boxing,
man.
my nigga.
Stop
What the
trolling
fuck
that
you
nigga,
done? I'm
bro.
pretty sure you a fat, out of shape nigga.
Bro, let that shit go, bro. I
I'm
told you
fluent
who
now,
that
so I'm
is.
like, I'm talking my shit. So I'm gonna let it go. I'm
Uh,
like, let's not keep this going. Let's
but
enjoy the rest of our
la-
night.
last point, and
Yeah,
then we
last
close
words,
it
Dub. Go
down.
ahead.
I hope I see the first episode is Genesis. You feel me? The second episode is 177 minutes. Uh, I'm about to watch them bitches, bro. I might fall asleep tonight on the first one,
That's
but
fine though. That's what makes the
but
next night though fire though. When you fall asleep on some shit that's fire, and you wake up, you like, man, that shit was kind of
oh
fire.
no,
Like,
and this is the thing. This is the thing. I got my respectfully. I ain't gonna. Hey, when the next time we talk, I will be at least 3 episodes in, and the only reason I'm gonna be 3 episodes in is because of you. If
and
they
you found
boring,
evil, right? You found evil, right? You found where you can watch it, right?
that's the shit I'm looking at right now.
I'm just making sure you found it.
Hold on. Let me make sure. I'm on the right shit.
It's
And
CBS for the first season, and then it's
I did it.
Paramount for the last two.
And mind you, I know I don't like to stream a lot of shit, but I do have Cody, and so Genesis
Ain't nothing
is the
wrong with that
first.
though. Ain't
Genesis
no
is the
yes.
Genesis one is the first.
The
One
first
seventy.
episode is gonna get you drawn in. Like the first season is fucking wild, bro.
That I need that
They
because
don't play, bro. In the
all
first
these
season, it's
all
crazy.
these a lot of these other shit these first seasons, and I be wondering, I'm like, bro, how y'all want to bring the people into this
Shit,
first
weak.
season and the shit
First
be
season
weak
is
as fuck,
crazy,
bro?
bro.
Like what the? But Salute to you, Flu, man. Much love and
Double salute. Go
uh
ahead, go ahead, say the last one, because let's get about it. Because like it's one more on your side. Let's
last
make
thing,
sure we
last
have some
thing,
time to sleep.
last thing. Depending on what time you go live tomorrow, I'm gonna try to. I know my brother Knockout. I know he got a debate tomorrow.
Absolutely, salute to
Uh,
knockout.
Devin Haney versus Tank Davis. We got BFTB, and he gonna be rocking with Devin. And this is the crazy thing. We got the Queen. You feel me? The Queen, Boxiana. She's gonna be rocking with Tank.
Salute to the beautiful
And
women out there.
man, and that's what we need. We need more of them in the sport. And so I got to show love over there because I rock with Boxiana, I rock with BF, and I want to see how they come out with it against each other. You
Absolutely,
feel me? And so,
absolutely.
but at the
Do
end
your
of the
thing.
day, I'm definitely, if you still live, bro, I'm definitely
I
gonna show
still be
you
live.
love.
You know me. I'm gonna still be live. I'm gonna be going live around like 9 my time. I probably won't stop until around
And
12.
and, and,
So
and
I'll
damn
be here.
it, and damn it, if you live, you tell me a time I ain't showed you love when I got the opportunity. I'm going to. And
You already
so
know.
much love, my brother. Hey, this is the last thing I want to say. Get a good night's rest. Know why? A good night's rest is worth goddamn a lot more than I thought it was worth. But
Yeah,
I know when I get a good night's rest, and I'm
it's
about to,
different. That shit is
that shit
different.
different. Salute
When
to
you
you,
got
bro.
some
I'm out.
shit, yeah, you been. Yeah, salute to you, man. Double salute. Appreciate you, Dub, as always.
Much love,
Number of
brother.
blessings, man. Enjoy your night. Can't wait to
You
talk to
too.
you tomorrow, man.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
I just want to say appreciate everybody who came up in here tonight, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. It was a good time, man. We had the hiatus for them 4 days, but this was well worth it. You already know, man. I appreciate this to the max. This is not going to be a situation for long term. Like I said, I put in a bid tonight. Hopefully the situation changes probably within the next month and a half, and we're gonna be back to original. But either way it goes, I really don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, all this shit comes down to, what I'm saying, relationships. It comes down to what y'all listening to. It comes down to what y'all fucking with, and y'all getting the authentic, real me. I don't ever sugarcoat nothing. I be trying to, but at this point, I can't. So this is what it is. Fluence TV all day. We're gonna be back tomorrow. It's gonna be straight boxing talk. Have a lot of good boxing topics. And, came up in here and fuck with me tonight, man. I appreciate y'all to the fullest. Appreciate y'all to the utmost, man. We out here grinding. We out here working. We out here pushing. Y'all don't know the type of shit I've been through, and y'all don't need to know what type of shit I've been through because y'all been through some shit yourself. All I want to say is at the end of the day, whatever shit you've been through, man, keep your head up, keep your head in the sky, and just keep going because shit gets hard. Love the people who love you back. Respect the people who respect you back. And those who need help, if you can help them, help them. But if they don't want the help, you gotta find a way to move on. I love everybody. I always will. And I always will have a soft spot. It has to give me a soft part in my heart when it comes down to people who have hard times and don't got no appreciation for you. Because sometimes the appreciation they don't got for you is really just love that they show them. They don't know how to show love for you. But at the end of the day, man, I appreciate everybody, man. I got love for people. Yeah, I don't know, man. Life is hard. I've been through some hard times. You gotta keep going. Blessings. Salute, salutations, positivity. I'll be back tomorrow. It's gonna be all boxing talk tomorrow. No basketball, nothing. Keep going, keep grinding. Shit don't get easier. If you blessed enough and you're in a position where shit is set up for you, shit might get easier. And you a nigga like me, and the life you live and things you experience is what I experienced. Ain't nothing set up for you to succeed. You got to try and put that in position or put that in place for yourself. Just remember, appreciation is rare. Understanding is even rarer, and love is the rarest. You gotta understand and be able to put shit into place where it benefits you the most, even though it seems selfish. That's the hardest part, especially when you have care for somebody who doesn't allow you to do that. So I just want to say blessings, love, peace, and keep on doing what you're doing. As long as it's a positive side of the game and it allows you to elevate. If it doesn't, change what you're doing, even though it's harder than it sounds. I love you. I appreciate you. None but respect. We'll be back tomorrow. You already know what it is. Fluence Boxing, Fluence TV, Black Goose TV. You already know what it is. Like, subscribe, comment.